Yeah, it's early, we'll hang out, let it go for a minute, let more people join up. But what's up, guys? Good to see everybody. I have this here. I was just doing some work on my own this morning and last night, running some hands and kind of getting wrecked. But I wanted to open up today's session. We're just going to go through some standard chip EV spots post flop for a little bit, quiz you guys, make it real informal, chill. But I also want to leave the window open for some marked hands. I know in my cash game group, the emphasis of the group are spots people are struggling with, situations where they're unsure. Tournament poker, we're all kind of unsure. It's hard, right? But maybe you've marked some hands in your tournaments in certain situations that we can all learn from. And I don't think we do that at all in this group. So feel free to get some marked hands. Here, I have a few different spots where I think are kind of worthwhile that I were kind of manufacturing on my own. Some spots I think I was missing. So I was kind of looking at some stuff here and then working through some post flops, some pre-flop stuff. So if you guys don't oppose to that, I think that'll be good for us to end the year off looking at some spots in your databases, as well as just some standard spots. We'll run through both the trainers. We'll do two at once to make it real fun. But yeah, I think while I'll give you guys an opportunity to start posting some hands, if you have any, we'll manufacture a few spots and then I'll change some situations where I think it could be a little tough. On the left table here, GTO Wizard. This is turn play. I was just working on my own personal turn play, and double barreling, following through, finding bluffs on rivers, giving check, thinking about certain cards and where we want to bluff and whatnot. So I'm gonna throw you guys in and see how you do in this spot as well. And then here I'm just working on standard shit. I'll show you guys what I was working on. Yeah, so 20 to 40 here, later position and facing an RFI, making sure we're defending, making sure we're calling raises, three betting at the appropriate frequencies. So when I call on you, you're gonna do both left to right and do a couple hands. Top of morning. What's up, Larry, Bob, everybody? So yeah, also throw in those marked hands. We're gonna save some time for those. And then in the meantime, we're gonna work on these two spots because I think they're very worthwhile. And my sizing was a little wrong in a few spots and maybe missing a handful of defends or three bets. So both of these spots very applicable. So yeah, let's get into it. ASI probably just never, and then we'll start deep study. We'll start it fresh from here. All right, who is going to be the first victim? Let me see. Ooh, Eric, what's up, buddy? I see that hand in chat. Hello, my friend. Eric MTL. If you have a mic, you're more than welcome to unmute. Oh, piss. It's gonna make me do this again. Or you can type in chat. So we can get that going. And we can talk about the ranges here and the spot in general. I'll show you guys the spot so it's not too confusing. All it is we've opened in the cutoff for 2.2. On every flop, I have us c-betting 30%. Any flop that we show up to a turn with, we've c-bet. Big blinds check to us. They have not led, and then it's back to us. And we have to decide if we're double barreling, what size, and then what we do on river if we do check. I think it's a very worthwhile spot. So, all right, Eric, where you at? I see you in chat. You ain't hiding. Get your ass out here, Seabass. And then I'll get the pre-flop academy stuff. All right, if Eric is not in there, I know Lewis is in there. I could see your face. I could see the desire and the thirst to get better. A lot of tables, a lot of tabs. Take someone else. No problem, buddy. Lewis, you in here, buddy?
Yeah, I could do some hands.
All right, cool. 1 second. I'm trying to get my pre-flop academy one on the side.
Yeah, I was just looking if there's any hands I wanted to go, but I can't find any at the moment. So
Yeah, I have marked hands myself.
I got a
Aaron,
bunch.
please. Yeah, I got marked hands as well. So I'm not gonna like hide from the work or not like be afraid to show my shit as well. And then
It's been so long since we've had a laugh at sixes day. I feel like
oh dude, it's I marked just I'm an insane person, so you know my marked hands are just nothing but the most painful blunders on earth. Opponent's position, any. Ooh, I didn't know you could do this. What? That's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to mess with that. Opponent's position, RFI. All right, cool. I'm sorry. So you're gonna do both. All right, we're gonna be tested. This is the end of the year final exam. What the piss? Why you keep telling me to log back in and out? All right, then we'll just start over here and I'll work on this on the side. As I say that, I'm gonna try to do it now. All right, that's good.
Pre-flop academy failed the final exam, clearly.
I know it keeps like shit in the bed. All right, Lewis, at least for the hand here on the left, we have a6, we've c-bet, queen 10-6. Would you like to double barrel bottom pair with an over in a spade in this spot? Huxley, the hand. What's up, buddy?
I think I might want a double barrel, yeah.
Okay.
Like, because then we can bluff on a spade.
And we still have an over.
And we
still have
got
a lot of draws. We can put pressure on a 10.
Like I
blank.
I feel like we want to turn some pairs into bluffs sometimes because they got the 2-pair outs.
And I think ones with the over are pretty good candidates, right?
Yeah, I think because it's a double two suit board, like you'd want to bet big, I think. Just to try and like fold out a 10, maybe.
So you're suggesting this size here?
So if we bet 8, the pot will be 16 at 26, then we'll have 8, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I use this bet size a lot. I wonder if this is one of the combos. We put a lot of pressure on some 10x and a handful of draws itself. Checking feels pretty bad. So 8. Checking feels great.
I think checking is good here because we can call off a bet with the ace of spades if a spade hits.
Good to see you, Joey. How you doing, buddy? Happy holidays.
I've been better.
I know. I'm sorry, buddy.
Thanks.
Yeah. But let's see. Yeah. So it's not turning really any of the ace X here into a bluff as much. We have better candidates. We're bluffing some of these non-showdown ace high. One of the worst hands we can have, some of these under pairs, unblocking some 10x, some draws we can make fold out, some 6x, unblocking 6x and over. These bottom up. So some of our worst hands bluffing here.
So I'm curious. I feel like on this flop, a lot of our range is gonna want to bet big, and I actually think ace-6 is probably gonna just check a lot on the flops. Is that gonna change our turn strategy when we range bet?
No, I mean, let's go back to the flop. I'm sorry. I mean, it is his hand, but it's good we want to see this kind of stuff, right? This is what we're here for. A6, this flop, bet. I mean, it's mixing check a little bit, but it's mostly betting.
Yeah, it does have large bets too, right? Yeah,
Nope.
okay.
Yeah.
No, it's always just going small. There's some 55, but it's primarily 33 or 20. So this is a appropriate strategy. Like from a range perspective, queen 10-6 is just gonna smash us in the cutoff, right? We're gonna paint. It's gonna be pretty good for us. That's why I thought we might be able to follow through.
I didn't see what ace-6 was doing though.
It was betting.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, I have to go back, but it was just checking 30%, mostly betting. Where we at? Flop.
So did we bet range on the flop?
Just about, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's more.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
it's
so
queen
so
10.
we want to bet polar then on the turn. So there's like better candidates than this eight.
Yeah.
we don't
Like
need
we
to
have the
find-
bottom end, like ace five, right? And then those
Yeah.
under pair and then.
Yeah, we don't need to find these like extra bluffs. So yeah, I get it. I assumed it wasn't betting like everything because it was late position versus big blind. But
I thought it would use this at some frequency myself, so I'm a little bit too aggressive in the spot. So we do bet it's aired out, but we're gonna check to give ourselves another reasonable river decision. Assuming you're just gonna take showdown, or would you turn this into a bet?
yeah, I'm just checking down.
Yep, I'm not even gonna let you grief it. Cool. I think I have this ready to not fuck up. Please. Don't do it to me. Opponent's
So what we
position.
doing here? So we're using both.
Yes, you're gonna be drilling 2 spots at once, sir.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, then we're gonna be in the box facing an RFI. All right.
Oh, so we're doing post flop and pre flop. Is that what we're doing?
Mm-hmm. Little of both work, and then you can see the ranges. And I think it's really good. This is what I spend a little bit of time doing if I'm in between just chilling or when I'm studying, not my own hand histories. I'm looking at this kind of stuff. All right, 8-5 button open.
Yeah, I opened this, but like I don't open 8-4. Like this is like very bottom of range.
Suited fives, all of them opening. Yeah, I've been up with this. Suited fives.
Yeah, it's near. Yeah, 8-4 is not opening.
Cool. Now you can
Uh,
just either one.
Okay. So what's the action here?
Yep, we just see bet flop every time he checks back, and we have a turn decision.
Okay.
Turn decisions are fun, man. Tough.
King high. So we bet. Do I just check this.
Checking. Anybody see betting? I'm kind of curious. I mean, not see bet, double barreling, I should say. Beats.
I'm bombing this.
We block king 10, jack 10. We put a lot of pressure on a 5 and a 6. I wonder if we just get to go 55 and not this since it's paired and not 83, but he's checking. Let's see. Yeah, I would use one of these 2 sizes a lot. Like we block a lot of the good 10x, right? So
And he's gonna raise a lot of his tens on the flop.
yeah, he would check raise some of his better 10x and some of his draw. He has a 5 or a 6 or a draw a lot, so I'm just trying to put pressure. You can finish the hand on the left.
So we bet small. So this is gonna be mostly like sort of thin value, maybe like a 6. Like I don't know, we can't win. Maybe like raise this, I think, as a bluff to like 12.5.
Ooh, spicy. I don't know, man. This card
Nah.
doesn't really have any interaction with our range. It doesn't do any, it's better for him. I don't know what we're repping when we check here. I would probably just give up since we're kind of
Yeah.
capped. But
So
let's see.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was gonna say, since we checked
Yeah.
on the flop, we're gone.
It's inaccurate, but it's not like a blunder. It's not even incorrect. That's what I mean, it's incorrect, but it's not like the worst. I mean,
Yeah, it's one of those, if you are gonna bluff it, you have to go bigger.
It's not a blunder, it's a mistake.
yeah, it's just a mistake.
Yeah.
Yep. 8-6 opening range. We'll look at this. We'll look at this after. It's easy. I want to keep your brain going.
At this
No
stack, yeah,
rest.
I probably fold this because it's only 20 big. We're gonna get shipped on like a decent amount of time, so I think I get a bit tighter here. So I think I fold.
Ooh, kept you opening this?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh
Right.
man, I really want
I'm
to.
opening this.
I'm probably opening this every time.
Yeah. I want to too. I think it's in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, 8-6, 7-6 are where it falls in. We have a few suited sixes. Versus very weak opponents. If you're exploiting, you know they're overfolding, man. I mean, we can talk about printing a little bit of extra EV sometimes by expanding this. I don't think you really need to contract versus most people. This is already a tight enough range. But it's good. Looking back at this turn barrel range, because this is important, man. This is what I've been working on. I really think we're missing a lot of barrel spots.
100%.
100%, dude. It's just like, so this is BB's check. Wait a minute, that's river. I'm sorry, BB. You're here. No, here we go. So here's our range. Obviously, you're never really checking too many 10x, 10-6 a little. What else is it showing us? Not using a lot of our
Can
better
you,
ace highs.
Can you expand the bar at the top so I can remember what the flop is? 10-6.
10-6-5.
Yep.
There it is. Cool, thanks.
Yep, no problem. I was trying to make it so I didn't have to overlap that too much and be appropriately sized. There it is. All right, yeah. Just barreling. Shit, it's barreling a lot, bro. Like 50%, which I think people, when they get called here, are going to give up. Probably barrel like 30% or something like that in real life. What else is standing out here? Hands like your weakest hands. King 9, King 8, Queen 9, Jack 8, Jack 9, King Jack, Queen Jack. The ace high, I would probably be over bluffing this King Queen in this spot. King Jack's all mostly betting. Looks like your fives are checking. Some of your sixes are betting, but mostly checking the weaker ones, and obviously betting the tens. A lot of your ace highs not bluffing. Cool. Let's do 3 more hands. Why no show sidebar? I can't. Yeah, we were folding. That was good. And we opened. All right. Turn spots. Fucking rough.
So would it go on the flop?
Always 30%, sir.
Oh, it's always okay.
Always.
Oh,
Yeah.
we're just doing turn. Okay. Oh,
Double
Mhm.
barrel now.
So we bet.
These spots are tough, bro.
I think I just checked this.
Czechoslovakia. Tell you checking this?
Bet 3.
Bet 3. Yep. I think I'm betting something here. Dude.
I'm
I don't
betting.
know.
Not giving a free
I
spade.
think hearts is the only combo I'm betting. I'm checking diamonds and clubs.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're gonna check heart. Okay.
I probably go 5
Um,
as well.
Lewis is gonna check. So let's see. 98%. He's a genius. Incorrect. EV slightly lower to bet a little something. Not the worst, but checking mostly.
We
Okay.
checked in game.
We Lewis checked. Yeah, this is Lewis's world.
I'm betting 60%. 6.
6. I think it's beautiful.
Mhm.
Can't use one. I don't ever use
I think
this.
that's
I'm
one of the
surprised it
rare
even says-
occasions we bet small on the river.
Yeah, it doesn't love it, but it's a thing, you know. It's kind of interesting.
I
You don't
bet
see
bigger.
that.
I bet bigger if I got a flush, but for this 2 pair, yeah,
Yeah.
I bet smaller.
Okay. 8-9 BBB.
I'm limping here.
Jam it.
Okay.
Oh, it's the island.
Islands.
not your fault.
Know your islands. You need
I
to
just
know
I
your
just know I
islands.
just know when you're shallow you want to limp a lot, so
Yeah.
like at this sort of like 25, 20 bigs.
Trick question there.
Yeah, I would have
So you've done 3 here. Yeah, just 2 more hands for both. I think this is good. So here. Boom. King 10. Double the barrels.
Yeah, I bet again. What size do I want to go? Probably like probably this 55%.
55.
Yeah, the
Definitely a double barrel. 83 for me, but 55 is probably both these sizes are going to be good, right? 55, 83. Yeah, I would just go 83. This is a small slight leak that I've seen myself as well, is this 55 to 65% turn sizing when it's fucking 8, when it's 80%. I think a lot of people have the 2/3 to 60% in their game, but in reality, the size is this. This is it's 80% more so, a lot more often.
like are we shoving when it comes like a deuce of diamonds on the river? For
Yeah.
value?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll look at that as well. I think that's a good question. And yeah, but let's take a look at as played here. Now the SPR we
Close
have
enough.
yeah. Now what? Now you have to overbet. Are you going to?
Yeah.
That makes a big difference. Our turn sizing there.
That's why we're betting 8.
Mm,
Massive.
like I think the only bet size I have is a win. So yeah, I guess I shove. Yeah, like
Yeah, you grief. I mean, because we grief the turn size, it makes it
Hey,
like
but look at that, bet
really hard.
17 out of 25, so leave 9 bigs behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Let's
Weird.
see though. You know damn well it's shoving. Now that it wants to put 17 in there. So let's see. Go here. I can just make it maximum size for now. Flop. You see bet. We can look at our strategy here on this flop. As you know, we're probably going to be betting damn near range outside of the under pair that have showdown value that you don't need to turn into a bluff. We get here on the turn. They check. Damn. You're going 50-50 and you open it. No 55. Overbet or 83. You use the 83 size.
I think we're still going to leave ourselves a small chunk behind.
No, we're not. There's gonna be 6 more bigs in the pot.
Yeah, but
Watch.
I still think it's going to just leave a small portion behind, but we'll see.
All right, yeah, at 83. They check, we go, they call. And then the
Oh.
river is a
3
deuce.
diamonds.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to know like a deuce.
let's
Check
say
all of it. Not all of it.
No, that's 15-5.
Which ones go all of it? So it just gets
again, now
greedy.
you leave yourself 8 bigs behind.
So no
Yeah,
matter what,
it's
you just
just-
leave your hand 8 bigs behind.
So we like
guess they-
folded
I
it.
guess
or-
when
I
you-
would have fucking
I guess
jammed.
when you jam, you don't get called by worse as much. Right.
Yeah.
Just push out kings.
Yeah, you could still get called by like some weaker kings and some jacks might hero you. So when we do this, when we go this size. Oh yeah. Jack 4, Jack 6, Jack deuce, all 2 pair. Jack 10 heroes you a little bit. All these kings are just never folding. So if we go all in, do any of the kings start folding? They become indifferent. Yeah, some of the shit becomes indifferent as hell.
That's why.
That's why, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, look at this. Like, Jack 10's never a call. But when you do this, this is the interesting thing. Like, this shit is just now just never folding, and you're just getting heroed. Okay,
That's why.
that's every
Quick
good.
question here, guys.
Yes, sir.
Just curious, thanks. Is anybody in game using that sizing on river and kind of just leaving dust behind? I don't have that in my game.
No, I think that was why I looked at it. We also been jamming.
Yeah, it's reality is we're probably all just jamming. It feels so uncomfortable to leave yourself 8 bigs behind
Well, the thing is,
and then hate your life when they jam over top of you.
no, I don't think that's.
you're
the,
still
I don't
calling,
think that's
right?
the
You're
reason.
Oh,
committed
you're
at
still
that point.
calling, but yeah.
The solver does
Actually, it is
because
worse
of
though,
a
right?
mental, like an MDF frequency standpoint, right? Where humans are maybe going to interpret leaving chips behind a different way than a solver would, right? In some of these things.
Right.
So if you're leaving like 8 bigs or something behind, a human may have a much tighter MDF range, whereas opposed to you jam, because you leaving a little bit behind might look tighter to them in some cases.
Especially with all the missed draws.
Yeah, and stuff like that. So I think there's from a human element not going to be as much EV loss as there would be with a solver. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because I mean,
People are still
it's
going to
like
have a
if
hard
I
time
see-
folding anything.
on this river, if my opponent goes 15-5 and leaves himself 8 behind, I'm going to view their hand as stronger than if they just jammed.
Right.
You know, so yeah.
Good point.
Alright.
Vince, yeah.
Um,
Sorry, do we look at the last, I missed it. Do we look at the last one when we bet 8 on the flop? Because I know he went on the turn. I know he went smaller on the turn, leaving 25 behind. Is it the same thing when we bet bigger on the turn? We still leaving chips behind, or we're jamming then?
we
Yeah,
did.
we
We looked at both ways. We're gonna not. So either way, we were not all in on the river.
Okay, thanks.
With in both iterations of 55 or 83 on the turn, we were not all in because it over condensed the villain's calling range, where in both instances we would just get called much wider, not all in.
Gotcha. Okay. Thanks.
But in real life, I think it doesn't really. Their ranges may be more inelastic once they've called a turn bet, right? They call a big bet on a turn. they fucking like, are they really going to be overfolding more because we're all in or leaving a little bit behind? It's hard to say.
I hear you.
All right, Lewis, let's play these last two and then pass the rock to somebody else. So you have a set here on the turn.
Well, I'm definitely betting. It's just what size do I want to go? Yeah, the board so they can. I think I want to bet. I think I want to bet. I think bet 5 bigs. Yeah.
Get it in.
I was
It's-
looking. I was looking at that. I'm just like, oh, the board's not that dynamic. I don't want to bet that much bigger.
And
That's
it's
good,
funny.
though.
That's like this is the leak, the same leak that you're kind of expressing and experiencing by using this 55 a lot is the same shit I was doing in mine earlier to get some of these correct, but or inaccuracies. All that shit is this. I need to be doing this like just 83.
I know what-
this
what
board
I
is
think-
pretty dynamic against the big blind, right? He's got a ton of
Yeah,
pair and pair and straight
yeah.
draw and a lot of 9x. Let's go get that money.
But it's like, do I really want him to fold? Just like I don't know, some like random 6, like 6-5. Probably not folding for a big bet. Like me in game, I'm just like, well, I don't want him to fold on the turn if I just bet because it feels bad when you bet 80% and they just fold.
Yeah, it does, but he still has all the gut shot, pair straight draw, 9x, all the like nothing really changed for him. You block the second pair. So if he has a 5,
Yeah.
6, 5, 8, 9x that he didn't check raise, all that shit needs to call. And you're probably not going to be able to get it all any other way. You check or go small, he gets to just realize, yeah, it's so sad to just lose it. All right, 9-5. You have suited 5x in your opening range here.
Yeah, I think raise.
What's the bottom?
Of my 9x's? This is the bottom of my 9x's.
This is your last hand. So what's the bottom of your opening range here of all of it? Are you opening every single offsuit ace, suited ace, king?
Yeah,
Quick
yeah,
answer and down, let's go.
opening every ace, opening like king 5 off and above, opening queen 7 off and above,
Hey,
jack 8 and above off. Yeah.
he's out here getting nasty. Let's see if he's right. Raise.
Yeah, everything he
King
said sounds
5.
perfect.
King 5 a little loose. Hey, we'll have loose mistakes. Queen 7, you're spazzing, but it's okay. Yeah, looks good. I mean, every single ace.
One pip off ain't nothing.
Yeah, one pip off. You probably play against people too tight and you'll get away with it who aren't 3-betting or defending enough or playing well enough post flop, so it's okay. And then this. Lewis, thank you for stepping up, my friend. Very good job. Yeah, and if you guys find any marked hands, I see a few out there. I think we have 3. We'll do this. We'll go one more person, get a round in. We'll go through some marked hands. Then we'll get back in this, maybe change up the parameters a little bit. But I really think this turn play is something that needs a lot of work when it comes to betting range and then our betting sizes and structure. So, all right, who do we have?
Me.
Who is that?
Me. Me.
Me. There's a lot of me's in here now. Bob, it has to be the one and only. All right, Bob. You raise your hand in class, you sit in the front of the class, you get in there.
Nerd.
Nerd alert.
I'm trying not to be a slacker. That's my New Year's resolution.
It's good.
Hey, I got you, man. Me too. You see, I was doing this work. I'm trying to always put in the work, man. All right, my friend. You can do them whenever order you like. Have a little shot clock, but feel free to express your thoughts as well. Pocket 8, you have a set. He's called. Yeah, how do you want to approach this turn from a bet side?
Well, I guess same thing. It's very dynamic board, so I think I'm going to bet 8.
8.
This might be an overbet. I was thinking overbet.
If there was some overbet.
Can a little bit.
There's
Yeah.
a little bit.
No, you're not wrong with it. I mean, look, a little bit. It's like 50-50. You can do whatever you want. It's great. And I kind of like the overbet a little bit more, but hey, if you're doing 8, it's very good.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not nothing to think about there. It's just fucking snap. Woo, woo, woo. We lost. GG. 9-4 here in the small blind.
I'm probably just folding that.
What's
I
the
hate
bottom?
it.
He's folding.
Probably folded too.
Me too. Yeah, it's kind of shit. You can't do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Offsuit deuce 3x. I'm surprised to see 6-4. The eagle claw. Ain't no way. Or the eagle claw suited. Okay. This is an interesting one. You're gonna turn your ace high into a bluff on this jack of diamonds turn. You see that? You want to double barrel this. We alley-ooping?
Wow, it's a good card for my range. Yeah, I want double barrel. I'm going to bet 5.4.
You want a double barrel. I liked it all, and then you wanted to use the size you know is wrong.
Oh, is it wrong? I don't know. Okay.
All of them
No,
have been 80.
no, I mean, I don't know. I'm always just gonna go 80 after saying this, but let's see.
Big is good.
80!
Oh, it's a big
80.
one.
I told you.
Big is good,
Oh.
Bob, but the solver's showing us that it doesn't like that 55% very much. It'd rather
No
go 80
more.
No.
Yep.
whenever it's going big.
We've missed.
Oh.
Yep. I mean, this is I knew this was gonna be a leak. This is why I think it was gonna be good to do today. I
Wow.
think it's in a lot of people's bet sizing structures is just to go 60-ish%. Throw an extra 20 piece on that. Every time, throw an extra 20% on there.
That's a huge amount of chips over time. That's a lot.
Hell yeah, you're griefing it. You're like, yeah, we got to be going much bigger a lot. And this is a leak I've seen in my own. I was like, wait a minute, my sizes suck.
Wow.
I think the main
Yeah.
heuristic, when we see bet small, we polarize more on the turn, right?
See,
A
yep.
lot of words. Like if the card's favorable for our range,
Oop it. Small, big, small, big, small, big. Cool. We did this. Let's finish the hand here. He's called you and bingo, bingo, bongo, huh?
Oh, wow. Well, I picked up the ace and the pot's 20. Fuck. I know, I'm kind of a chicken. I'm pretty sure the solver's gonna go big, but I don't know what to do here. I'd probably bet like 7 just because I don't know what to do, but I bet it's gonna bet like 17 or 25.
If you bet it's going to bet 17 or 25 and you want to do the wrong answer, no, I'm not going to let you do that.
No,
I'm
Bob,
not letting you do it.
do what you
Believe
know.
in yourself.
Believe in myself. Well, I don't know what the fuck to do with that board.
No, your instinct was there. I heard you.
Instinct
Soon
was
as you
there.
the right answer was inside of you. That
It
greatness,
was.
that right answer is there every time. I just have to.
You
have to
know
find
the
it.
answer.
Know it.
Do it.
You said it. As soon as you said it, I'm not letting you. I'm not going to let you grief it.
Okay.
You knew the right answer.
And that
generally,
card isn't a scare card, Bob, right? Because like we bet twice. He doesn't have too much ace in his range. Right? He's gonna have a 10 or maybe a jack.
I mean, instinctively, he may want to go small because he feels like he gets called more, a lot more by that. But and then something bad.
I
you
think
only
that's
get
why
called
we
by
don't
something bad.
jam.
Well,
We don't jam.
I think about what am I targeting when I bet,
This.
you know, what hands are gonna
Yep.
call.
You know why?
Well,
Because you're going to be turning this ace. You're going to have like a lot of other hands you're going to need to bluff here on this ace. Like king highs, queen highs. Might be using some under pairs in this spot like that if you did check and grief it. Mixed
Easy
draws,
threes.
7, 8, 8, 9. Would need to bluff here. So yeah, he's going to have to call you with a 10 to not get ran over.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then also just remember on the river in position closing the action, you're going to want to typically bet over
50 plus
50%.
every time.
So you have to ask yourself, can I bet big with this hand? If not, gonna check because you don't want to reopen the action so that, you know, on this hand, you're like, yeah, I can definitely bet big. So you're never going to want to bet small in this spot.
Gotcha.
All right.
Okay.
You good, Bob? How
King-
about this king 3?
I'm folding.
No, you're not.
No,
Raise it.
Ah,
Yeah, I mean, he was only 1 pip off, to be fair.
This region is not a good pip to be off at anymore. We got to be the king. The suited king region is not.
I actually think
the
I'm too
king-
wide here. I would open to like every suited queen, every suited jack.
Yeah,
Well, that-
I mean,
I know
that-
I'm too wide there.
this is 20 bigs.
that's at 40. As you go down, at 1 or 2 pips are shaved off the range.
All right, we're gonna try to stay on track, keep Larry focused, refreshed, and crushing. Tens, you double barreling these tens.
No, I'm gonna check.
Good. Yep.
Yeah.
First instinct, snap check, easy. Are you betting as for value or is you betting as a bluff? Oh, it'd be a bluff. Hmm?
Well, I mean, a straight draw I just got there. I think I just want to check because my tens have showdown value.
Yep. And got him.
Cool.
5-3 suited on the button at 30.
I fold.
Snap folding.
I would pull this too.
What?
Three suited, yeah. Fold.
No.
Pick
Is this
mine.
that 40 we get to open this?
I said blasphemy.
Yeah, no, man. I would open that too. I'm a ridiculous human being. Double barreling this jack of spades on 10-4-3. This is an interesting one. We're gonna use this as a double barrel.
I'm not. Well, the flush just got there. Let's see. Well, wait a second. Now I'm thinking. I bet the flop, right?
Yes,
It says
yes.
I see bet the flop. He didn't check raise me. I think I like a small bet. I do this a lot. I'm gonna bet 3.25.
It is one of the worst hands we have
I
here.
really
Has
like the
no
reasoning.
showdown.
Whether it's right or wrong.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean,
It is a
doesn't-
thing. Yeah.
It's
I
a
mean,
thing, yeah.
I think I would do this because it's like one of the worst hands we have. Like there's just not many other hands we're gonna have much worse than this. And I know we're bluffing some of this middling bad shit because we're gonna have some hands that just show down.
I also think the big key here, Bob said we didn't get check raise on the flop, which takes out a ton of 10x and flush draw, right? And so this becomes a better barrel.
Yeah, this is gonna be a good because this is another spot where I think ranges to barrel people
Look at
kind
the
of
big
all
line
over the place.
facing the 1.95. No, go back.
No, this is it. I mean, yeah, he has some 10x flats.
He does.
Some of his flush draws. The pair and flush draws with the 4
Surprised I
always
thought it
just
was a
go
lot
off.
more at this stack depth.
And then we go here to the turn. This is the spot here on the turn. Whoa, that's 75% of your range is just barreling.
Wow.
That's a fucking lot, man.
Wow.
That is a lot.
Yeah, that's more than I actually thought it would be. See, this is
I'm probably betting half of that.
yeah, man. Shit.
I'm probably missing lots of this.
Yeah. Every single queen 10 fucking pretty much following through. I mean, all your 10s, king 9, bet it. Even without even like king of clubs, 9 of hearts ain't checking. Like king 8,
No showdown.
Ain't
no
checking.
better.
king deuce, all of them just okay. Yeah, I'm messing this spot up really bad.
Wow.
I just have to see this and just say, okay, I'm barreling. It's an over and it's better for me. He didn't check raise. I mean, he check raises a lot of his good shit. So follow through.
I'm kind of surprised with the flush completer that our majority of our bets are 55 and 83.
Yeah.
I would have figured there'd be a lot more 33% bets.
Nah, not in position. Damn. All right. Well, we got. I almost want to make all the boards a flush completing turn and then play them all like that. So in game we use this size. We're gonna play it this way, and then what?
A queen comes. Well, he called the bet. I'm just checking. I don't think I'm beating anything.
Shut up. Buddy.
So I'm gonna turn my hand into a bluff.
Top pair.
Represent the nuts. But we probably have some showdown.
I don't think it's a top pair. But,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think we have enough bluffs that we just take
Woo!
this to showdown
Dead.
and get wrecked.
And then just relax. So no matter what, we're not getting away. He has a pair of gut shots. You're just gonna lose the chips. How about these 4s for 22? We
I
do
can't.
3 more.
I jam.
Wow! Chip
Fine.
EV just jamming 22. Fine. Hi.
Boo.
Yeah.
One tip off.
How in the fuck is that a jam ever?
Why
Yeah,
not?
I have no jams
At
here.
20, it's a jam.
Yeah. I got.
20. 2s through 4s are jams. So I
I
can
showed
I
this
can
a
see
lot.
the I can see the reasoning.
Yeah. I mean, I never jam this ever.
I mean, you're
100%.
folding out
I
better.
don't open up
and
20
if
ever
they
outside of the
call-
small blind.
Yeah, I must be reaping it. I need to get better at that myself.
Question, that ace nine hand, are you turning that into a bluff on the river? Like 5 hands ago?
No, I mean, it's hard to say. It depends on too many factors. Then
Okay,
just
I
a simple are you? I get sometimes yes, sometimes no.
Cause I should have typed it, cause like I didn't get a chance to talk, everybody was talking. But yeah, anyways, yeah, I think I'm being too aggressive in most spots. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a good one, Bob. This is a spot we're gonna see a lot.
Well, I just picked up equity
Mhm.
with the flush draw, so I'm just used to betting 2/3 on the turn, so I like that here. I'm gonna bet. I don't want to bet big because I'm kind of bluffing. I bet 5.4.
Here we go again.
Probably 8.
You know, it's interesting, Bob.
I'll
you
probably be
said-
wrong.
You said, Bob, that you wanted to bet 2/3 and then bet half.
Oh my god.
Well, eight
maybe
is
it's
not.
good. Maybe
Eight's
it's
not
good.
2/3.
It's closer to 2/3 than half.
Wesley wants to realize.
Yeah,
Interestingly
there's so
enough.
much equity.
Can't make a mistake here, huh? With any of these bet sizes. Just
No, you're
go
so
big
much-
or check. And now what?
Well, we brick. I have no idea what to do. I'm just checking.
Who's shooting their way out?
That's one of James
I-
so bad.
I am.
Yeah,
I'm not checking here.
I can't control myself. I'm jamming.
I would have bet jam.
We're
but-
blocking jack nines with the nuts. We have one of the worst, a 9 high. Oh
Stop.
I think blocking their flush draw is not good here.
no, it's not. But oh my god, I don't know what to do. I
No,
would
'cause,
punt
like,
it sometimes.
When you check turn, that means you can't bluff the river, right? Most of the time.
Yeah, we
Right.
bet
You get
turn.
rebet turn, bro.
Bet turn.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This is-
We're double
I-
blocking both the flush draw and the straight draw. I think I like a give up here.
all right, give up
Fair
for
argument.
Larry.
I'm dropping back and punting.
Punt and Bob was checking.
I'm giving up too. I mean, we're not even gonna get an 8 to fold now.
Oh,
Wow.
you
I was
guys
worried
were
there for a
right.
second.
Wow,
That's
you're
why-
right.
That's
I
why you
really
paid the
said-
big bucks, Bob.
My tournament will be over here my tournament's over every time here. Like
To be fair, I would have went bet jam, but if I check turn, I'm giving up.
please lose this
I
like
feel like they
I
never
would give up
fold
on turn
anything
2
at
at the
that point.
check, but we didn't check it.
I
he
used
would have
to,
folded.
Well,
I
like,
used to
when-
always jam here, but then like I read that like flush draws aren't good to bet on the river because I don't know.
You block
That's what.
there.
Yeah, that's
This is
what
just
I
the
read
backdoor
recently.
one.
But
it's the back-
Yeah.
My thought always used to be like, oh, I got a flush draw, I can't win at showdown, and I'd bet this every time. But then I've read recently like, oh no, you want to give up some of your flush draws because you're blocking their folding range. But I'm like, what? I was always bluffing my flush draws like every time.
Yeah, but here, I think here with the 9, you're still
Yeah, I think if
blocking
you had
you're
like,
still
the
blocking
nuts.
part of the
Right.
value range.
Yes, that's what I was
yeah,
saying.
so I was gonna say if
having
you have
the
like
nine, I'm blocking
ace 7 suited where you have some showdown value with your check, right? Because you still have ace high. That's when we don't really want to.
Here we
When you
go.
have 9 high.
But what about
Yeah.
if we check turn? Then what do we do on river? In this spot.
Give up. I mean,
You're-
yeah,
this is-
Hands over if you check off.
Is
Okay,
it
'cause that's-
true that
yeah.
we bluff more backdoor bricked flush draws than the bricked front door, or is that
correct.
not matter? Okay.
Correct. Yep.
Yep, that makes sense.
Does it bet in every flush draw on the river? Except the ace high ones?
Hands, filters. No made hands.
Pretty sure it is.
No, that's no
Oh,
draw.
the fuck, scroll up.
Yeah, no, I don't
It's
see
gotta
it.
be in there. Sit. It's not in there.
It's not in there.
It
Yeah.
makes no sense.
Well, you can see our range here. It's like King 6 isn't doing it. So the miss
Can you click on
King
filters?
high, but the lower ones.
I think you can sort by suits, maybe that hard in
You can do
next to
that too.
reports. Yeah.
The only problem is well, I guess you're looking at flush draws, so it's easy.
Well, the thing is, we were a backdoor flush
These are the-
draw.
Yeah, here it is. The backdoor
So-
flush draws.
So
Spade.
it's not like they had a ton of
There it is.
Spades in their calling range on the flop.
Just your weakest ones. These other ones make pairs, so just these weak ass ones to block the straights, and then are just aren't gonna show down. All right, Bob, one more hand, and then we're gonna get through some of these marked hands.
Yeah, see, it's not betting all the king high.
No, the king highs is not. Yeah, that's an interesting one. It's not
It's just-
using the king high.
It's just the weakest king high and below.
The weakest portions
Yeah,
of your range.
it's,
Yep.
I mean, you have a little bit of showdown there with your king high and your ace high. So then you're going to use that very bottom of your range and just go for it.
Bob, Bob, here we go. Last ones, my friend.
Yeah, fuck yeah, bet 8.
Here he is. We got him. Hey,
Hey, see?
we have a
Good job.
believer now.
Fuck yeah, bet 8. I love it.
Yeah. Jonathan, we're doing work out here. We're doing God's work, JL. Let's go. No more 55 shit all the time. Let's go. Oops, I gotta make it.
The ace is just the best card for us, right? Surely.
Oh yeah. But this is the size. I think before this size would just be predominant, and I think people are just 55 or 16 too much. Let's make it hurt. Make it
The
hurt.
weird thing on this board, though, is I think if you don't have the king of spades, you probably do go 55% for your king jacks a lot.
Don't stop making me look at these things. Damn it.
Sorry, I know, and that's like a
Nope.
nuance thing.
Look at how much you're betting this time.
Now, and
Yeah, but
ace,
you're
it-
50. Yeah, go to king jack off. Yeah, without the king of spades, almost everything is 55.
True.
Such a weird
It is.
spot.
Why? Because of the back door, or
Yeah.
Yep. That case you don't want to go so large and condense them because you're like they're gonna have some backdoor flush draws and things like that.
Yeah, because you're like with the king, you're blocking the nut straight draw, or nut flush draw. So
Yep.
that's why you're going to want to go bigger with that. And then when you're not blocking that nut flush draw, you want to go a little bit smaller.
Yep.
Like, when you bet range on the turn, how does that like affect your river strategy? Like, do you just have loads of give ups, or you just finding these like dirty bluffs?
Well, we're gonna be condensing
Nah.
their range so much, but at the same time, it's like here. Oh fuck! I hit next. Boomer. I can go back here. That's it. All right, we go to bet 83 when we bet range here, and then they call, and then it turns some fucking blank. They check. How crazy? Nah, we ain't going crazy. 60-40. Damn it, it's just going forward in every single ace. Woo!
So were these bluffs just like random, or is there any pattern?
well, the king highs are the best non-paired showdown, so they're
Yeah, like those all these
Under
straight draws
pairs.
make sense. All these missed straight draws make sense. Under pairs, okay.
Yeah, under pairs.
Yeah.
King 8's one of
But-
your worst hands. That you're like Queen Jack, you're blocking. It feels like Queen Jack's an interesting one.
sixes, just check, because I'm wondering if our hand triple barrels with his spade. With his spade river.
Probably a little bit less.
Yeah. All in.
It goes for it with a spade.
Oh,
Yeah.
and but it's bluffing overall less as an overall strategy, but using that hand, that combo specifically a little bit more. Also, you're not full frequency betting all your ace X for value when the spade gets there. Your ass is just checking. Where the spade didn't get there, you're just betting every single ace X for value. Every single one of them. So that's a big, I mean, you have to be aware, suit aware of what comes in when the backdoor flush draws and stuff get there. You can't be lazy. Yeah, so let me go back to this. Oh, this is the one. Cool. And then, all right, last spot pre-flop here, and then we're gonna look at a few marked hands.
I'm raising.
He's raising. This is your last hand. What's the bottom of your cutoff
It-
opening range here?
It's easy with the answer right there.
No, oh,
It's showing the graph
Oh, there you
to the
go.
left.
What that says.
Mhm.
oh, for fuck's sakes! I revealed it. I didn't realize I revealed it. Well, there's your range. Ace five off. Oh my god! It is the bottom though.
Yeah.
25. Now you got to do something else. Why did I do? How did that happen?
Mhm.
You just leave it that way.
I think you can mix here. I think it's probably 50-50.
50-50 between raising.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'll raise it for the heck of it, but I think it mixes.
wonder if this.
Offsuit,
50-50s?
I
I'm
think
trying
it's
to
probably
remember.
more call,
Oh,
probably
I think-
65, 35.
Oh, wow.
Whew.
Well,
65, 35, 36, 64. And then the good job beats. Good job. And then yeah, all these ace X at 40 mixing a little bit. I think people just get too in the zone of just flatting or just not
The
playing
next-
this strategy. But
The next question is how you play the wheel, all suit aces when you limp and they raise. So we're not just gonna call them all.
some you're limp raising, some you're limp calling. I mean, we'll have to look at that.
I think we
Like
I think we
ace
limp jam ace
five
five.
is gonna have jams, ace six, a little teeny bit of jam.
Here we'll do.
Can I
this.
ask what are the best types of hands to limp call with in small blind? Like this?
Suited.
Suited connector types or like suited
Yeah,
face?
and you're like your
Suited,
offsuit
just
seven,
all
your
your
offsuit
suited.
sevens plus, I think.
Nope, here we go.
All my suited types of hands.
Sixes
Here's your
versus
game.
ice. Yeah, there you go.
So you're not folding an ace. That's out of the question. The question is, are you limp jamming? You can do it at small frequencies. It looks like 15-20%. Let me see where we're at percentage wise. 12, 16, 12. Yeah, and then ace five is the one you're gonna want to limp rip, and then ace jack, ace queen. If you do just limp those in at those frequencies, you can limp rip those. Ace 10. Obviously, your pairs are the best candidates, and you start folding offsuit 7x and your suited deuces and threes.
Quick
I'll be
comment here. I
honest,
think
I'm
this
not
No
gonna
raising with
completely
your
burn
suited
you.
hands.
I think this strat can burn you because population does not have enough bluffs that they're ISOing with blind versus blind.
Just how can a strategy burn you? Tell me how. Look at it. It has pairs and then the top of its range, and then it's just playing in position. It's so tough.
Yeah, I just think that if you're getting ISO'd by the big blind versus blind,
You're finding a shitload of calls with suited and good, well playable hands. You're jamming, you're balanced because you have ace, queen, and ace jack in the top of your range, pairs, and you just sprinkle in some of the suited ace. I mean, offsuit aces. I think it's really tough.
it's
Yeah,
a
I
tough
mean,
spot to play, but I
So
think the
basically, your only
population
bluff is the.
generally is going to have a lot less bluffs than they do value. And their
So, yeah,
value
this
is
is-
going to be skewed towards the top of their range.
So if that's the
They're
case, this
ISOing
strategy
blind versus
is
blind.
can never burn you because if opponents versus if that's your read on the population, just use only ace five. You have to jam these pairs. They're just a dog shit to play the other way at this. And then this is strong enough to just jam. I think this is very reasonable and very easy to play, in my opinion. Versus almost everybody. I wouldn't
Yeah, 'cause-
deviate too much. Only deviation I would make is not like spazzing out versus these people and using these at the wrong time and inflection points in tournaments, and then just taking a more lower EV line and just calling almost always with some of this shit. But that's it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I probably just like leave out the ace seven, ace six, ace
Yeah.
four. You know, use the ace five, ace 10 plus, and then all the pairs up to eights. And reality is even
Nobody's
if they
exploiting that.
are, you know, like
Mm.
only
Right.
raising with strong hands, you still have good equity against whatever their
Yeah.
raise is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, I think population at lower stakes, they want to trap their super value. And also, they
Alright.
just don't have any bluffs when they ISO a lot of time.
I mean, I've come to the realization, I think it's a mistake, and I've been talking about this with so many different people over and over. This whole population discussion, I think is kind of bad. Because if you ask me, population is all over the place. So the best thing to do is just play the fundamentals, right?
Yeah, people are trying to be better than a solver. And I find this with students I work with one-on-one and people making excuses to deviate based on their reads of their population. No, fundamentally, this strategy that we're studying is unexploitable. Like it's that you're balanced. You're not.
It's
punting with
unexploitable
everything.
against a player who's playing perfectly.
Yeah,
I
but
don't know
against
how much
population,
population is playing perfectly.
But population, you don't know what kind of mistakes they're making. Are they calling too wide? Are they bluffing too much? Like,
No.
unless you have a
So,
specific
but-
read on a
Well,
specific
if you
player.
have a HUD and you have HUD stats on a guy you've played 1,000 hands with, you have some idea as to his
No.
tendencies, yes.
Right.
La-
That's
Larry,
a Specific
Larry.
player, not population.
Right.
Larry, I think you're making a mistake in one of your basic theories on it. The GTO strategy is unexploitable against everyone.
yes.
You-
I think people will get that mixed
Change-
up.
Changes from GTO strategy, when you have really good reads on a person, you can change to exploit them. But then you also make yourself exploitable whenever you deviate from the GTO strategy.
Yes.
Yeah, what we're
Fair
studying
point.
here is not gonna
just-
like, you're not gonna be leaving a lot of EV. You may not make the most from certain players in certain hands, but you're not going to be like losing EV or losing money by implementing these strategies. I feel like it's just gonna be easier to learn this rather than just start making strategic errors in your game where you're gonna start developing leaks. I can't teach you how to make leaks that are gonna work for the population. You know, I don't want to start coming in here with exploits that I don't know what kind of leaks they're all making, but I can teach you how to play like this where you're not going to be losing a bunch of EV. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm curious if you think I was gambling here.
Okay. Is this cash or is this tournament?
The tournament.
Okay.
Tournament.
Well, no, I mean he comes into the cash game stuff a lot. And,
Yeah, I assumed it was cash because of that.
yeah. So ace queen suited, we get 3-bet, a call, and time to play poker. 40 big blinds, effective. We open under the gun, hijack, 3-bet, or look, yeah, hijack and cutoff call. Any 4-bets. I tend to just flat this. And you have any reads on these guys? Anything like that?
This is the first hand. I don't think I did have this week, guys.
I'm
Okay.
calling.
No reads, just a call, right? I think
Yep.
that's.
And we'll check it.
I think the reads are definitely important here.
It would just be a flat versus, but I don't think we can do multi-way versus.
No,
3-bet.
Because
why
I
you have
think
those-
the
should
problem
be
you run into
flatting.
is cutoff should never have a flat here.
Never.
We are off.
You'll see this a lot. Yeah, you'll see this a lot, man. I try to run these spots a lot and it's tough. Well,
These are
This
fun.
is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets interesting.
GG. I
GG.
mean,
I'm
there's,
not sure
there's nothing to
this is
see.
like
There's nothing interesting. The tournament's over. It's over. There's nothing else. I am never, ever folding, and I'm not considering anything else. I'm putting in the money and then I'm hovering the X. Like
Yeah, and you
all
cover
in,
them, so
I do
cover
this.
'em.
I hit all in and then I do this and then wait for the run out. And if I lose, I'm out. Like there's nothing you can do.
No, you're not even out though. You're not even out. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Not even
mean,
out. You're not even out.
got him. Yeah. Like there's no question there. There's just,
And this is a single table sit and go, correct?
Oh,
Yeah.
is
So I mean, I
I don't have it
build
in
a
me to
big
even think
stack
about
and
it.
then
Yeah.
Could have easily
yeah,
had
you
jack
just get a
tens
big
there as
stack
well.
and just go.
Yeah,
I might
so-
call every single nut flush draw with an over, every single one with the straight draw. I don't know if I can fold any single nut flush draw with.
Oh, so
any
you calling
over
the
and-
5-6 of clubs?
No, a nut
Eight-
flush draw. I
Okay,
said.
okay,
So
nut flush.
got a
ace
straight
four, ace
Nut flush
four,
draw.
ace 5, ace
Yeah,
8 suited,
Yeah, I hear you.
all the suited ones with 2 overs. I don't know what
Yeah.
I'm ace.
I'm calling.
The only
5.
one I don't know if I'm is ace 6 a call? Ace 6 of clubs? Yes. I don't know if I would ever fold, but that might be the only every 5-6 of clubs.
Got a gutter too, right?
GG.
Will you ever? Can I have
I
a
don't
question?
think
Will you
they're
ever
good
be
at
there with
the
ace six?
5-6.
Will you ever be there with ace six?
Probably not.
Ever? Just wondering.
I'm
You
curious
might,
what solver
I'm
says
just
here.
wondering.
If you want to run those solvers, it's just so obvious what we do.
There's
here.
no, I'm not even gonna waste the time putting in a solver, Larry. That's how easy of a decision this is. I'm not
So-
kidding. You're never ever folding, man.
Did we
It's
start
over.
with, did we start with 60?
Yeah, it's 50. You're running your equity. You have
Would you
to see
do
it
the,
all.
would you do the same thing if you were deeper stacked? Like
Good question.
80,
Like, how deep?
100? Well, I
100,
mean,
100 to 150.
My first thought is that if this is a single table tournament, ace queen suited might be a fold.
Not for 3x, bro. He used too small of a 3-bet size as well. Look at the size. Like, look at the size pre-flop. You just never, ever, ever folding. Like, he went less than 3x. Even with, we can't fold.
What are you doing with ace king off with the ace of spades? Or
Jam.
ace of clubs?
Versus pot fold. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it seems pretty gross. Maybe with ace of clubs,
King,
just
I'm jamming
maybe.
pre.
Yeah.
Sorry, sixes.
No, it's okay, bye. Yeah, I just don't think like we want to be. Don't call this and then fold. You have to run your equity out. Like you're gonna have really good equity versus. He's gonna do this with jacks, tens. You're gonna be flipping like a slight favorite. Don't talk yourself into spots where you want to be floating up flush draws in weird spots. It's unfortunate. I mean,
You're gonna
just
regret it if you do.
load up another tournament. Dude, it's not meant, you
Yep.
know, it wasn't your day if you lose it. It's okay.
I agree with that. I think you regret it so much when you fold it, though. You really do.
I'm never
Regrets are
folding.
so-
It's never happened to
Yep.
me. So
I am curious what we do with our entire range that we get here with.
well, just I mean, multi-way we can't solve it, and then the outputs are going to be
That's
way
fair enough.
different. It's just going to be too.
I mean, if you try, you probably
It
check with
feels
everything
easy.
here on the flop, right?
If he has if you have overpair and he does this, I mean, are you just set money with 8s and 9s and going broke with 10s plus, jacks plus? Like, yeah. Then all the nut flush draws and with stuff with 2 overs and a flush draw, king, queen, the clubs, 5, 6 of clubs, GG.
What about tens?
GG.
Yeah.
I think maybe you. Lead, I think
tens are
maybe
kind
you
of scary, but GG. If it's a
Can't
piss
you
low,
lead pretty small? Can't you lead pretty small here with
never
like
in a million years.
Not on a
8s,
3-bet.
9s?
Don't you dare think that
Not
that's a
a
viable
3-bet.
strategy. You cannot lead in these 3-bet pots with hands you're scared of that are good. Don't I see people do this, and this is something that happens in live poker. This is something that happens online. You've opened up again. You just want to stab here with pocket 8s, pocket 9s, and overpair, ace 7 or something like that, just to find out where you are versus an
Betting for
uncapped
value,
range.
betting as a bluff.
You get shit on more than you ever win that pot. And then you have to play it out of position when they call. And then you're in no man's land for the rest of the hand if you're called or raised.
So
Don't
if you
do
call
it.
pocket, so if you call pocket 8s and 9s pre-flop, you're also checking that on the flop. And
You check your
you know.
entire range.
Okay, yeah, you do check your entire. I thought you wouldn't check your entire range, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about even the 7s and trays and deuces? All of that, everything you check.
Everything.
Yeah, you're checking
Your
backwards.
entire every single hand. Your
I
set.
thought, yeah. Okay.
Pocket
that's
aces
cool.
if you decided to slow play that.
Yeah.
Yep, everything.
Red
They're supposed to
kings,
see bet range, right?
Well, and
So-
you're
not range,
checking your
but-
pocket aces to protect
3-bet
hands
pot.
like this, right?
Well, you
That's
check
why-
everything because you then wouldn't be able to have a real balanced strategy versus,
Yeah.
and then you're doing that versus an uncapped range out of position versus 2 players and trying to construct a range of hands to make sense to do that when it makes way more sense that your entire range is just going to check value and
Yeah.
not to make it simplification for the rest of the hand. And he's
Yeah,
uncapped and he should have overpair, you know, so.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. So theoretically, he should fold to your shove just because of that reason.
No, you should
I mean,
never. You should
I'm
never
saying
shove
him.
lead. No,
Well,
you
no,
should never
No,
lead
no,
anything.
we're talking about check
No,
jam.
no.
I'm saying he
Oh.
bet 19 big blinds and you shoved on him with after check raising him.
Can't fold queens.
No, but I mean, obviously,
I'm
he
just saying
convinces-
theoretically his queens shouldn't be good there most of the time. That's all I'm
No.
saying, right?
No,
Because I mean, you have hands like this, right?
Yeah, no, because you also have hands like pocket eights, nines, and tens. You might do that with.
And that's
You
why
might
we
still have
check
flush draws.
that's why we check the aces and stuff, right? To protect those hands, right?
Yeah, but he's also gonna have. We're also gonna have hands like ace, jack of spades. He needs to deny equity to.
Well,
but
another
just
reason why
bet.
we check too
Yeah,
is
but-
because he's still uncapped, right? He's the three better, so he still has
Yeah.
aces and kings in his range,
Yeah.
right? Queen.
We're just trying to
does.
include thought
He does.
processes and how we imbue these hands and ranges because
And then when it's really hard to balance, if you're just going to lead here,
Uh-huh.
like your leads here are going to be eights, nines, tens, and flush draw. What else are you leading? Like
Yeah.
that's it.
yeah,
Kinda
it's
take your
never
hand takes
0% leads ever.
Hey, I got a dumb question. And I think maybe I'm playing this wrong, but on the flop, are we getting the right odds to just put it in? I mean,
So what do you say? So you want to lead, do something because your
No,
hand's
no,
so
he's
good?
saying he's leading
No.
for call,
Oh.
right?
no, actually, I don't know what the heck to do. I mean,
What do you mean?
Well,
Like right
well,
here? Wait a minute.
well-
Let him talk. Let him go.
yeah, because he bets. Okay, so there is what 40 in the pot. So I have to call 40 to see 80. Well, that's 50%. My odds of my equity is only 33%. That's
Yeah, but
what's
your ace is
confusing me.
good and
Now-
your queen is good also sometimes, right?
If he has,
Oh, because I got other outs. Okay, never mind. That was
say he has
stupid.
pocket tens, you're a favorite.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he got a pocket jacks in your favorite. and
Well,
shit, you know?
Or if he's
I-
got
I
ace
was-
seven, well, not ace seven, but if he's got a
He's
seven
never-
X hand, you're
He's never gonna have a 7x hand in the 3-bet range here. I'm just
Yeah.
thinking it's all
Yeah.
over pair heavy, but it doesn't matter. Like I think don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Like
With it
you're not
being
even
a-
dog.
Yeah, with it being a 3-bet pot, any club combo that I have here, I'm going with.
Yeah.
Just 100%. It doesn't matter. Like if it's king six of clubs, I'm shoving it over top of his
It
pot
has
size.
to-
I mean, you have
Yeah.
full
I
equity
mean,
as
there's
well,
not a
which is
single
nice.
club hand that I'm not just going with.
So I got a question, Sean.
Yes, sir.
When if the original raiser, if he bets somewhere different, like maybe 1/3 pot, are we gonna react any differently? Are we flat calling? I want to change up this situation a little bit, you know?
That's a
Like
good
we see the stack sizes, we know what we're up against. So if he just bet like 6 big blinds and the other guy, let's just say the other guy folds, as I think he did. Well, how do you think we play this hand?
Yeah, I mean, I think the EV between check raising and check calling could be fairly probably. You can't be making a mistake between the two decisions, in my opinion. Check call could be just straight viable because this ace high could just show down and win versus some of his range and has enough equity to call a lot of turn bets as well in that configuration because he's not going to make you fold by the river, right? And you might be able to keep in some worse. You keep your range wider, it's a little bit more disguised. I don't imagine check raising would be that big of a mistake either, but in the 3-bet pot, I don't think I would want to check raise condense him to just saying, yep, you got me. I have overpair now, and that's it, you know.
Yeah, I think in a
So just
sit-
calling
Without
when he
running
goes
it, I
small.
think in game, if he goes small, I would just call. Just like
Yeah,
Fitzy
just
said.
small call, like
Yeah.
yeah, because you can just realize your equity. You can
He still
he
has
can make
overpair.
worse value hands and things like that, and we don't have to risk our entire stack. And then you got to know when you check raise and he does continue, you just know he only then has the overpair. Where here he
Yeah.
goes small, we still have a lot of his range stays wider, our range stays more disguised and has more hands in it. We don't have to risk all the chips. So I call versus small. When he does this, it's fucked. I'm never folding. It's
Yeah.
over. We're seeing it
Yeah.
all. I'm not scared. It's over. Priced in. Too good. So but yeah, thank you for that hand, man. That's a good hand. And I think it clears a lot of things up. Because a lot of people want to do different things here. I heard people talk about leading. Let's just get that out of the game today. Going into 2023, no more leading in 3-bet pots, multi-way.
The truth is like the donk lead only like it happens in such a specific spot, right? Like most of the time, your leads are going to be from the big blind on middling connected boards. And outside of that, you don't have a lot of donk.
3-bet pot, 7, 8, 9 board, you get to lead. 3-bet pots when you call a 3-bet and 7, 8, 9 board, you get some leads or 8, 9, 10,
I
one
like
of those
that.
two boards.
I
Because
like
you're gonna
that.
have all three
I
of the
like-
sets, queen, jack,
Right.
the stuff in the middle of it. So you put them in hell in those spots.
You actually get a lot of information checking too. So like,
Mhm.
there's no reason, you don't have to even lead for information.
All right, let's move on. Let's check out my man Pucks and Poker, longtime friend here. Let's see what he's got going on. Ace Queen on the button, 100 effective, 100 deep. Right away, 3 bets or flat this Ace Queen 100 deep. And let me see, who do I want to ask? B Money.
I like 3-bet.
3-bet. Is it full frequency 3-bet?
I don't know. I'm gonna say probably not this deep.
50-50? I think it's full
Yeah, I think
frequency.
ace queen suited is full frequency. We'll say 50-50.
And we're gonna go kind of like probably 3.5x, right?
Yeah, I think it's a bit. Well, he went 3x as well, and the sizing.
It might be 100 this deep.
Nope, mostly calling. This is what I wanted to show
Still
you.
calling.
Mostly calling. Mostly calling. The EV, I mean, you're not making a mistake, you know. Calling is a little bit higher EV than 3-betting, but you're not making a mistake.
Is
Yeah.
that 73% call? Wow. I
Yeah.
figured it'd be closer to 60-40.
Yeah, it's a lot more calling, and it's nice keeping.
I
all
mean,
the
I
worst
might
success
add
points.
him going 3x, I'd probably be more at a 70-30 than
This is cool. I know what to do here. Too small.
Too strong.
I would fucking pop. I would go 50% minimum on this board. You would think if you did have overpair here and at this stack that when you were deeper, you would be trying to get money in the pot. You would be going bigger to put pressure on a stack. I would only go big at this stack depth for a c-bet size on this board. I would never ever go a quarter or 30%.
Are you ever checking this hand back?
Fuck no.
I am.
I'm never checking.
Because we have a lot of stuff connected around the 7 that can bet for sure. We got pairs that can bet. Like we have some ace wheels that want to bet. But I think our best aces. I'll
Alley-oop.
be happy to check back here. 'Cause you'd hate to
Alley-oop.
get checked, right?
No, you wouldn't. I mean, I would just let me say. I don't know. I could be dead wrong. I'm an aggro, so
And I was thinking.
I'm aggressive as
think
hell.
it's
So
okay.
let me see.
We're gonna bet worse aces here, I think, to get better aces to fold.
3-bet, c-bet, 55% for me, 100% here. So let's see.
Oh, we 3-bet. I'm sorry. I thought we called in position. All
3-bet,
the calls
c-bet.
we had. I thought it was a call. I'm doing HRC.
I can see why you thought it was a call. I thought that too for a second. I understand. My bad.
3-bet, c-bet, 55%.
Yeah, it
Oops.
is 3-bet. It's definitely 3-bet.
Got it.
yeah, on this board. I think there might be a good chunk of check back.
Uh-oh. If Beat says that, I'm scared now.
Yeah, he puts the whiz in GTO wizard.
Fuck. Yeah, I would just always bet 55%. It is doing it 23% or 50%. It is doing it some. Fuck. I am out of control.
But you see the worst aces for sure. But even in a 3-bet
these
pot,
worst
like
ones.
I didn't
Yeah.
think it was a 3-bet pot.
You
So
you have too much
is easy.
showdown. And you have enough
easy
bluffs in here that you can use your ace queen as one of the near the top of your range.
You want either a spade or a club? Spades and no, you want clubs? Yeah, you just really want a club to be able to fucking see bet. Do we have a club? Please save me from myself. No, we don't. We actually like have the full frequency check right here. I cannot believe
It's so funny because is that
it's
showing
printing more
that
EV.
it's a full frequency check
But it's
and
printing
yeah. But
Punish them. No, I mean, what this is showing, you want to check, but if you do bet, it's
Bet.
not really. But the small air, I mean, going small is printing less EV. Like going small is like one of the worst options. When you go big, it's printing the most EV, but it's unnecessary because your hand has showdown. You can see like the 50% option actually overall is printing the most EV in some of these spots, but it really wants to check for the reasons Cap and these guys are saying, because it just shows down, and we have a lot worse hands in our 3-betting range we can use.
yeah, and we're not wrapped around any of this board, and this board misses both players.
I mean, we do see that. Let's see. Oh boy. Oh shit, what am I doing? That's let me go back to study. I gotta refresh. Sorry, 1 second. It was cutoff raise, and then we were at 100. MTT's 100. Cut off this. We 3-bet. They called 7-4 deuce.
Yeah.
7 for deuce, and then it was a 3 on the turn. Oh no, we didn't. Yeah, the cutoff checks, and then we went quarter, and then they called, and then the turn was a 3. All right, that's cutoff strategy. Cutoff is going to check, and then ace queen, fucking pure check.
Yeah, see, but like all the aces we did like to bet, picked up
Yeah.
a lot of equity there, or it got improved, which is nice.
Yeah, we don't need to turn ace high into a bluff, because if we have ace high, it's most likely they have pairs and other shit, right? A lot of checking, almost 60% check. So don't turn ace high into a bluff.
Yep.
Oh, piss. And when you do a small size, and if you were going to bet here, ain't no small.
Was he ever going for value? Was this ever a value bet? Is the question.
He doesn't know. Ask him. Value or
That's what
bluff,
I
Cox?
actually am asking. I am asking. He said it's a bluff. I was wondering if it was a value bet. It looked like a value bet. I'm not gonna lie.
It's a value bluff.
It's a value bluff. The good
Yeah,
old value
value bluff.
bluff.
I think that's what this
Hey,
is. I think it was a value bluff.
You fucking 5-head.
I think he had ace
Genius.
jack beat.
I think cutoff has all the ace five in his range, right? Okay.
Oh, I
Ace
mean,
five
not
suited.
all. They
Not all,
both have. He has some. He has a lot of. He has 4s in his range.
doesn't
Some
know.
side. He doesn't
Yeah.
know like where he's at. This guy had some other ace high, some king high or something.
King jack, king queen.
with the
ace
backdoor
jack.
flush draw. And we dodged a bullet.
But
He
like,
probably floated like ace 10 or something. Just
like cutoff has all the nuts, I guess.
so do we. Yeah, I mean, we still have
Yeah.
some strong hands, but yeah, he's
mean,
still
like-
gonna. He didn't check raise. He didn't 4 bet, so he's gonna not have all the.
Yeah, and then
nuts.
double check with what?
Yeah.
I mean, he was beat. He was definitely beat.
Yeah, you're right.
Wait.
We're also 3-betting ace five from the button. Yep.
So found a turn spot in my global. Let's see, B10 now. Let's laugh at beats, everybody. If you see an
Yeah,
opportunity to do it,
this-
let's laugh loud.
I griefed this hand.
All right. Griefs beats. Beats griefs. Oh, I can't add a sound. That's fine. This call, cool. King queen with the king of diamonds. And he uses about 40%. Check raise or check call with this combo. And if you are going to check raise, what size, Mr. Josh?
Beautiful. I'm just check calling. We're 100 big blinds deep. That's my assumption? 100 big blinds deep. Is that-
Less than that.
I
We're
can't
like-
read these. I can't read these.
We're like
Sounds like
50.
a-
We're like 40 because he started with like
40.
12.5K. So it's like 40 effective.
I'm gonna check call. I'm still check calling.
Calling.
And I'm
Bob.
not gonna do it all the time. Just once in a while, I'm doing it this time.
Did you say my name?
Yeah, you heard. I heard
Hi.
my name. What you doing here?
I'm gonna check raise.
Hey, what size would you go?
Well, he bet 540. The pot is 1350.
You can give me a
Just like-
multiplier.
I just like doing 3x.
3x, close enough. Okay. Toe, you check raising here, buddy?
Conflicted. I wasn't going to until you said so. I like that we have a spade and a diamond. I'm kind of down with it. I think I would more often call in game, but check raising is sounding kind of sexy.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, I think 2.8x is the size.
I think the king, queen checks
Just, you mean calls?
or calls, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if because we're gonna have a few more combos with interaction, but I think this one might use it, blocking kings, queens, king 10, queen 10, turning some equity. I would check raise to 2.8x here
Yeah.
with this combo more than I would call, but that might be another aggressive ass mistake. So let's see.
I think
40.
theoretically this is a really heavy checked back spot, just like range. Like
Is it under the
gonna
gun?
have a huge
+1.
check back or fold
Are
portion.
you saying he should have a? Are
No,
you saying he
us.
should check that? What about him? What are you saying about? What do you think about him? What should he be doing a lot?
Oh no, his bet
Betting
I
all the
think
time?
is fine.
Okay.
What about without the king of diamonds? Do we not check raise?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he should probably win. I mean, because he's UTG1, he should probably be betting range on the flop.
Mixing. You can do whatever the fuck you want. It's
Yeah.
not gonna. I mean, yeah, you
It's a lot
can.
of check calling.
So it looks like all of us were a little bit. We're liking this. We're liking the king.
Yeah,
queen.
what you're doing is which you're just never folding. It is check raising 20% of the time. The EV is going to be neutral. Check raising every time a mistake, but check raising sometime not a mistake.
I wonder if you'd have more check raises against villain if he was in a later position and his range wasn't
Yeah.
as much condensed around over
You usually
pairs.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you also just have like front door flush draws to use at your disposal, and actual value hands where you don't need to draw from the king queens and the queen jacks with the diamonds as much. As they do mix and do it, like queen jack is just going to be a better candidate because it doesn't show down as well and it has more, a little bit more equity. So it's going from the bottom up a little bit more and using hand. I like
Yeah,
queen jack.
So do I. Queen
I
jack
thought
is
this.
beautiful.
Yeah, I thought I would use. I'm using the king queen as much as I'm using the queen jack, which is a mistake.
Okay.
Hey,
And we have front
Sixes.
doors. Yes, sir.
You have him low jack. I think he's actually UTG1, which is going to change that just a little bit.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought I did. I thought I had. I misclicked that. My
Oh,
bad.
snap.
Good call.
Everything's about to change.
Yeah, because that's going to
And
tighten us up a
I
little bit.
did. Check.
Yeah, but king queen's still gonna be a check mostly.
Yeah, but I think
check
it's going to
call-
tighten us up a little bit more than what it was showing even.
A little bit.
Because it's,
Okay.
the way I saw it is king queen is kind of high up in our unpaired range.
Hmm.
2 overs, backdoor flush draw,
Backdoor straight.
backdoor straight. I think it's strong enough just to call.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly calling. So yeah, it's
yeah.
call.
If you're going to
yeah.
bet, the diamond spade is the best combo to bet with. But yeah.
This is a
If
fun.
we don't pick up
fun
equity, it might be better for our range, but I don't think we get leads here. Because if he has any ace X, he's gonna have.
It's gonna be 5, 6,
Mm.
7, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6. Those are the boards we lead here from the big line.
Oh, he
Yeah,
checked and then
yeah,
the
like-
king comes.
And like Sixes said, we're not gonna get an ace to fold down.
Hell no.
This
We're never
is
leading.
fucking
to-
wild. This is a
Um,
hand.
Now we just bet for value.
He checked turn. What happened on?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Check on turn.
We did
too
check
small.
turn. Check.
Yeah, I'm
Check,
blasting.
right?
I would fucking bomb this like
Blasting it,
80%. Because I mean, you're gonna think like we're gonna have enough missed diamond draws where we would need to bet pretty polar. We have one of I don't know if we get to over. Fuck man, do we get to over bet toe? When diamonds miss here? Nah, not when backdoor state. I would go 80%.
Nah,
Spade.
Yeah,
80%,
I think
would
it's
bomb it.
I'm leaning like
should be
8.
a bigger
So-
bet.
some of our range might want to go bigger, but I think this hand wants to limit it to like 83% or.
That's what I would do. Yeah, I mean, I think small.
I'm
I think this is just too
I would-
small. We just have the advantage of when diamond draws miss and some of these other straight draws miss, we're gonna want to be polar with our bluffing strategy.
Probably-
Caps his
And then
range.
he's not going to put you
Yeah,
on a
probably
king very
my
much, right? So it's not really a
biggest-
scare card for him. So like you get value from whatever pairs he has. It's going to.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably my
Eights might
biggest
still
question
pick
is on
off.
the turn. Should we just bomb the out of
No,
this?
we can't learn. We can't lead the turn, man. We can lead the turn. Not with king queen. We can 20%.
No.
Fucking shit.
Oh, is it 20%? 20%
Bad
super
at the
small.
game. Wait a minute. Where's the hand at? Is this it?
Last
It's
No,
the
it
last
wasn't.
one.
Oh, last. Three of spades. God, I did get it right.
there is some lead there. Okay.
There's a
But it's
fucking ton of
super
leads.
small.
I mean, I
Yeah,
wouldn't
but-
use
and I-
this combo, but the
Yeah,
fact that it's using
okay.
like these
Yeah,
other
yeah.
like,
when the 3 straight comes in on the turn, we get to lead. I should have recognized that actually.
well, but we
Our
get.
straight
I
draw.
didn't think not with this combo. I think we would lead like just our flush draws and shit. I would never
Yeah.
find this.
And then you're
I-
like
What are you guys leading though?
6-4.
What are
Because-
you guys gonna lead with the king queen here? I mean, I know what you're probably gonna. Like, what are you guys gonna lead here with?
not
We're
with
trying
king
to
queen.
target king and queen high folds.
No,
so
no, I'm asking what pot size are you gonna lead on the
Super
turn?
small.
Yeah,
Like
small.
20,
Super small?
25%.
Yeah,
we're
I
going
go too
small.
big. I go like 30%.
You're targeting all his
Oh,
non-ace.
yeah,
high.
But not going big,
55.
going small.
Yeah, basically you're just like super small and just try to get him to fold out. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
like ace
'Cause-
high, just as air.
Well, these
Um,
spots are common. Oh, I'm sorry, B. Tell me. Go ahead.
I was gonna say because you don't want to go too big because then you get priced into sticking in a hand that you at this point don't have a huge amount of equity in.
But we want to target his air too. Like we don't
Yeah.
want to narrow his range to hands that
Yeah,
are
and
doing
going big
well.
is going to get his air out. Plus, what we do go big with our good hands, right? I mean, if we have 2 pair there, we're going to go fucking
Pure
big.
big
And if we have,
If we're leading on this, we're always going small.
That's my
Okay.
range.
I don't think it's
Okay.
always, I just think it's on this texture with the 2 and the 3. I think it was like, if it was like more
Oh,
connected.
yeah.
No.
The board texture definitely is going to change some. But yeah, this board texture, there's no reason to do anything but lead small if you lead.
Beats, you're talking about donking the turn in the big blind.
Like if it was like
Yeah.
10-7.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
5-7-4 or something, we probably go bigger.
It was the king of spades. Get out of the way. King, queens. Stuff. Oh, you need a spade to bet. It makes sense. And look at that, guys. It has a little bit of small bet in here. Toe. It's here. It exists.
Well, you're in the big blind, so you're out of position.
You're blocking.
An idiot is what I meant to tell you. It doesn't exist anymore. It's out of there. 0. Whoops, I misclicked. BB check. No, wait a minute. Under the gun, BB check. Oh, I got to go back here.
Yeah.
And then this is all the bet sizes at once. Oh my God, we're never checking. That's flop. What the fuck did I do? Oh, I misclicked back here. I'm so confused. I'm sorry, guys. I was like, wait a minute, where did the rest of the hand go?
Year. Thanks for hanging out with us.
My Six's brain just
Happening.
fucking
Don't forget to tip your waitress.
exploded.
We'll catch you next time.
To call.
I'm sorry. And then it was
3
3
of
of
spades.
spades, and then it wanted us to have 26% elites, which I need to look at the strategy really quick.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool to be able to lead this much, even on this card, because I would assume a lot of their ace-X would just never fold, but we still have some range of hands they fold out, which is pretty cool. And we get to realize the equity at our price with some of these draws, which is very important. So the big blind here checks, and then our strategy is going to have a lot of big polar bet sizing. We don't do that.
Well, that's
I mean,
them.
that's
We're
them.
big blind. Yeah, they
Yeah,
have
and
a
then
lot
it
of.
like big ass bet sizing when they do, but when they decide to check,
And this is where the hand gets fun
yeah, this is where hand gets
as far as what should do.
Oh man, we never go. We're not really using that big sizing like I thought we were. It
Can
wants
check
us
raise?
to check a lot. By the way, because it's a card that's going to be good for their range, or maybe they have some natural hands they would need to turn into bluffs here, or worse value hands they bet. Is the way I see it. There, here we go. Sorry about the confusion, guys.
yeah, realistically, I mean, they only have like ace king that should be. I do like a check actually, because they only have like ace king that's going to beat you there. And then,
And then they turn a lot of shit into bluffs.
yeah, maybe they turn it into a bluff because you know you're probably good. That's probably your best way to get value if you know you're good. I mean, he doesn't have the fucking flush. You have the queen of spades, and he doesn't have the, you know, he
And
might have
pucks.
jacks and queens.
The bet is not the worst in the world, by the way, buddy. I
Yeah.
He
mean,
doesn't have the fucking.
Did
flush.
they have checks on the
Yeah,
turn?
yeah, they check some of the range. They're not betting range on that turn.
Can
Anytime we
Yeah,
get
it's
leads in
like
our range, you're
almost-
never gonna have, you know.
I
Yeah,
only
it's
asked when
about
you were popping through
50-50
the-
bet check for them on turn.
I only asked because when you were popping through the ranges, I saw one that like they were betting everything. So I'm like, we might not even be.
Oh,
this
that's
part of the trade.
on the flop.
Let me get
Hey,
this.
hey, question,
let's see what
can we
strategy.
check raise turn if we pick up equity? And the big blind?
Usually
that a
that's
thing?
going to be something like combo draws, right? So
Yeah, like maybe king, queen is spade
some A6 of spades, maybe.
or that, yeah. Yeah, combo draws, yeah. Okay, so you're saying check raise though, maybe?
Yeah, because you can get better A6. Well, I guess better A6 isn't folding here, but if you hit the straight with A6 suited, you have a ton of fucking equity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you put the hands like 8s and 9s and 7s and 6s and hell.
All right, sorry about that. Let's get the stuff out.
And
Cool. Let me
Could
see.
be wrong on that, but that's usually the hands that do that.
And,
So we
uh,
started at 12:15. We've been going an hour and a half. We should probably take a quick break. I see we have a few more.
Yes.
Let me see. We beat.
We gonna finish this hand?
We did. Didn't
No.
we?
He got raised.
No, we didn't.
Oh my fucking
Got
god.
raised, and then it's what
Sorry,
what is
Pucks.
my response here?
Got raised on the river?
I'm calling because they're
Right,
never
well,
bluffing.
I checked, or did I lead on the river?
You did.
Yes.
Yeah,
If you,
And they
Yeah.
raised you.
yeah.
He has all the ace king and stuff, right? On
And
it,
I don't think the
guess.
solver's ever folding, but I've got a resolution to never, these river raises are just never bluffs.
They're
What could he possibly
never,
have? He's got king
ever,
10,
Fold,
king
fold.
5, king 3.
ever bluffs, man.
Oh,
I don't know,
Ever
man.
a bluff,
I
ever.
still ain't
Fold.
folding.
I bet
Yeah,
I'm
fold.
not full. I have a problem where I
I'm
don't
folding.
fold enough.
I'm folding exploitatively.
we got a call.
Dead.
The
Tried
ace
to warn
king,
you.
ace king.
Yeah, you're just dead. I mean,
Always the nuts.
Yeah.
Never a bluff.
dude, there's just
Ever.
because you're gonna be able to in this spot when he checks have straights, two pairs, flushes yourself, and he's fucking willy-nilly just raising into that. He
No.
doesn't care.
Yeah.
He needs at
Yeah.
minimum this. This is even like kind of close for him to be able. I guess you go so small that he feels like he can raise fold, but let's see if the solver would ever take that line.
I'm curious, what is the math? How many people do we have to catch bluffing to make that profitable?
I would say whatever that number is, you're not even close to it.
I think you need to keep.
Pick a
I think you
number.
need to keep
You're
going
not
back to
in
the
it.
same game. You need to keep going back to the same game and figure out who's
Wow.
bluffing. and who's
No,
not.
but
I'll
the
catch
problem
1 in
is
10 or 1 in 15, but
How about this,
Yeah,
Yeah,
guys?
usually it's a
Never,
clickback
ever,
is going to
ever.
be around 10-15%
Ever.
equity requirement. So
no.
I'm never gonna catch that. The king of
if you're
diamonds in
looking
this
at
spot is a pure
opponent,
fold.
you're supposed to be very
Guys, it's
telling us and be very.
This
Oh,
is-
listen to that. You don't even bet the river for value. Son of a bitch.
He does. This is BB call. This is calling.
Yeah, this is our
Oh.
response.
The response to
which
that raise.
Gotcha.
And-
I would completely miss that king of diamonds being a pure fold.
Yep. You
And
block whatever hands you
all
play.
the other king queen combos are a call.
Yeah. And I mean, Toe makes a great point, man. Let's be honest. All the pain you have in poker calling rivers. How many times do you write in these spots? It's just
And I'll tell
so
you, I make
infrequent.
insane folds. in
Wait,
this.
hold on.
Sixes,
Sixes,
can
are
you
you
look
saying
at
that
pair
sometimes
and
you got
crazy shit?
verge from solver?
I'm sorry, I said that one
Me?
time?
Oh
to be
no,
clear,
dude. That's why I'm not fucking crushing it like Toe, because I still call.
to be
I call
clear, it's
too
a
much
river
like-
raise, not a river bet. So river bets, you still got to get close to the MDF, but when
Yeah,
they raise,
river raise. Exactly.
Yeah, when you get raised,
You're right,
the
Cap.
fucking you could throw everything out the window because these people don't have river bluffs.
Ever.
Like if you actually think about their ranges and
When they're
going
ever
to
they're
rivers.
marginal, when they have missed draws, they always just give up. They don't turn missed draws into a bluff on the river, and then
you-
into a raised bluff on the river. And then when they have single pair hands, they always just flat for showdown, right? So the only thing they're raising with is
Nuts.
top.
Yeah,
of
And
can
it didn't
anyone
really
name a
seem
bluff?
like.
I can't.
Well, it didn't seem like he was bluffing there. He wasn't
He
really
wasn't
raising.
top of range.
He wasn't raising to say he had the nuts either. He was just like min raising. He wasn't even going all in. He
I
was just
wasn't
saying he
min
had a
raising, that's
strong
a
king.
fucking
You know, we
He
call
was
that
betting
we
these
call
river
that
pairs.
fucking beats getting value town.
Oh my bad. I
Yep.
can't see that. I guess I couldn't see that. I guess I couldn't see the
5x
numbers.
that ass.
you
Sebastian.
know why he raised? He raised.
It
small
still
'cause he's
felt like a
scared.
strong king. Still felt like a really strong king.
It's
He's
never-
probably only doing this play with ace king. That's probably all his range. Like
it's
he's probably got nothing
really,
else.
or unless he had like king 10 or something.
Yeah,
Well,
but he
ace
probably
queen
bets
of
out on the
spades.
turn.
Like, I mean, we can't have an ace jack of spades and stuff like that. Maybe he just does this. But guys, let's take 5 minutes, get water, stretch out. We're gonna come back. I'll give you guys a little bit more time as well. If you have marked hands in your database, you know, it's the end of the year review session. It's a little bit more informal, chill. So if you guys don't have any more hands, we're gonna get back into the solvers. We're gonna change up the parameters a little bit and the situations and try to get better. So let's take 5, get hands. Then we got, oh, Skate or Die has one. Oh, I can't wait to laugh at you, buddy. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, get that ready, man, and then we'll do that. I'll be back in a second. Let's do that.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, it beats. I mean, like, I'm gonna have worse kings on block betting too that I could fold, but this is like your absolute best king. You gotta call one of them, right?
Nope.
Well, I wanted to ask a question. Why don't you just check call? Why don't you just call any? Why bet? And then
He
call?
didn't raise, right? He bet and then he checked, this guy checked river, right? Beats, and you bet and then got raised.
No, no, we're big
Uh,
blind. We led river. It went check, check, turn. So he led. He
You
put like a
led
block
river and
bet
got
out.
raised.
He went for a block bet.
yeah, I did a block bet on the river.
So let me ask you a question. You block bet. Are you going to call any raise? What happens if you get raised? Like
Well-
this situation, for example. What happens when you get raised? Do you call or what are you going to do?
I mean, in game at the time, I'm probably calling.
So
just
then
about
let me,
every
if you're going to
bet.
call, which I probably would too, right? So why not just check call and have pot control? You don't have the nuts. Why not just
Because the
check call?
problem is when he checks turn, the likelihood of him checking river is astronomical, and then you lose massive value.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we have to bet for
And
value.
there's a good mantra that I always tell people too, like it's almost always better to bet fold than to check call.
I don't know. You said you lose value, but we got valued here.
So Josh,
Well,
we
it
can
depends
have
on who you
worse.
are. Like some of us folded, right? In which case,
I did fold. I'm just saying, but
Right,
I'm just saying
so-
we lost this hand. We lost value. All of us did. We were
sure,
in the
but
same
you can't be
boat.
results oriented, right? Like we want to play this hand. Like what happens most of the time? Most of the time, all of his 10x are going to check back river. But if we bet, his 10x is going to call. Same thing with hands like pocket eights and pocket nines. Like we're going to get to the turn. They're going to check back because there's an overcard, and then they can call because of all the misdraws. And we don't have a whole ton of king in our range that's going to be floating flop. This one, right? But like
Okay,
in
are we-
general, and
Are we
so
gonna lead two pair with? Are we gonna lead two pair with the same size here? Like king 10, deuce 5, deuce straight, whatever. Are we gonna lead two pair with the same size here?
I think if you have a 10 in your hand, you should probably lead small because now you limit the number of 10s your opponent can have. But I mean, if you have king 3, king 5, king deuce, you're probably better off going some sort of medium size. I would,
Yeah.
I'm honest.
So what I was gonna say
But
is,
you
like,
really don't want to have a 10 because you really want your opponent to have a 10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
having
I
a
hear you.
10
So
is
that's
the
why
worst
you're
hand
betting because
card.
you're trying to value his 10s. I see.
Exactly. And then you're also going to get a little bit of value from 8s and 9s because they're like, oh, there's a missed flush draw out there. You're going to float with your flush draw. You know, you're going to float with the same hand here. If you had queen jack with the queen of diamonds, you would float here and then potentially bluff river, right? So
Same size?
yeah, because you're targeting air,
I understand. Okay.
right? If I'm
Yeah,
trying to
Yeah,
get
so
if I'm trying to get a 10 to fold, I gotta bet really big. If I'm trying to get 8s and 9s to fold, I gotta bet moderately big, probably pot or something.
This bet is not targeting a 10 at all.
Right. So it depends on what your target is. If you're targeting a 10, you're not going to get it to fold very easily.
He just typically doesn't play a 10 this way to the river, so that's
true.
not a target for me.
And it's tough hold. It's definitely a tough hold on the river, especially with king queen, because you literally have your best king possible.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's a tough fold, but as I was saying, exploitatively, like this is just these raises are never a bluff, ever. No matter how dry the board is, no matter like what could he possibly have, that fuckhead is set on the river. Like,
And
it's
another thing
always-
is his
always
check on the turn just seems so like ace like.
It's
So then
capped.
the
Yeah.
and then the ace king. I mean, then the king comes. I mean, all he is raising with is the ace king. I think. I don't think he. I mean,
I guess he could have some sets. I don't know if
Is-
sets check the turn
Yeah.
with all the straight and flush draws out there.
His sets shouldn't check the turn, and
Yeah.
most people
Are scared of all the draws.
are
right?
not going to check the turn when there's
Agreed.
a double flush board.
And a straight board with the ace. right?
Yeah.
So do you like on that big blind spot, do you like a blocker bet and then fold to the raise?
Yes.
Would
I
you,
think mostly yes. Because again, like we're targeting most of his 10x is discounted because he checked the turn, and so now we're targeting all pair underneath a 10, which is only going to call.
And
a small
I mean,
bet.
as we
That's-
saw, like once he raises, and this is where I messed up. The king of diamonds is like the worst card to have
Yeah, you block all the
because you want him to have that.
It's fun. It's
And-
funny that you say to do a check. No, do a bet fold to any raise.
Mhm.
and I say to check call, because if I check called, I would probably call like half pot, which is 1200. But if you do a blocker bet of 600 and then fold to the raises,
You
they're
lose
actually
less.
doing, you have more EV. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're doing
Even
better.
worse, like
Yeah.
even worse.
But-
Go back to the hand real quick. Sixes.
And then you might get the value.
What
like you said
happens
from the
when
ace.
he bets pot here? Like he's gonna bet pot here a good.
I might call.
You
I
should-
might call.
right.
I might
And then
call
you
and pot.
really sucks.
Then I
right?
fucked anyways when I could have just blocked bet like you
Yeah.
did.
Well,
And I think you can get away from this after the block bet. I think you can
I
fold.
don't,
Yeah.
I think king, queen is too strong here to be a block bet. I probably would have bet closer to half pot.
What are you talking?
No,
about?
the solver showed it liked blocker track. So
Yeah,
it's
because
cool.
like you're
It
targeting.
never goes big.
You're targeting pairs under a 10 for the most part, and then some fucking weak ass.
I
like
advocate
that.
going big.
You know what I
and
mean?
then solver
Targeting all
doesn't
those
like
really small pairs and then getting away from the monsters like here.
Yep.
I like that.
All right, let's run through more Mark 10, stay focused, get as many reps in as possible so we go into 2023 fucking crushing it. So
When I answer one of
This
Josh's
is-
questions, I kept trying to get in.
2023. I got a session in 15 minutes. Let's end the year strong. Let's not skip over my next 2 sessions.
I know, true.
There's
I
2
have a
sessions
session
left.
tonight. Jesus, get this year over with, please.
This is the day we save the year. Sixes.
Bad year.
No, it just wasn't as good as
Make the
other
year
years.
sixes.
Fuck
My
me.
year's done.
All right, so ace 3 suited to a cutoff open on the button, 70 effective. 3-bet seems like it's going to be mixing and good. Always check our work forever. Hero's position, doom, 3-bet, little bit, but good. Mostly calling. When we 3-bet on king high, I imagine we see bet, but let's see.
Yeah, I just thought like, I don't know. I feel like that connects a lot with the cooling range, like, even their draws.
Yeah, even this deep, fair.
Yeah. I just thought like, I don't know. Like, I'm not the best in 3-bet pots. Like, if it was a dry board, I'm just betting loads. But this board, it's just like, it seems like cutoff has like hits a lot. So I just decided to check back.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, I need to have that kind of thought process more because I would always just see that here. So
I see bet a lot in 3-bet pots, like usually just small, but like 20% a lot of the time. But like this seemed like a board where like I want to be a bit more polar.
nope. Eat. Bit 50% is that size as well. 25 or 50. I over 50 when we're this deep, but yep, you can quarter. They mostly want you to bet. Yep, no checking. 3-bet, C-bet, 3-bet. King high boards seem to be because you're gonna have a lot of ace king in your range, right? And they're gonna be 4-betting a lot of ace queen and stuff, ace king and stuff like that. So we should be going particularly hard on ace king. King high board.
Do we expect to get? I assume
Yeah.
we expected to get called a lot though, right? Like I guess we're folding out all the under pairs and stuff like that, and like all the.
We're
bad
folding
sides.
out like other ace highs as well that beat us in some cases as well, which is really good for us, cleaning up some equity. Folding out under pairs, other ace highs, being able to bluff on future streets. So yeah, you want to see their calling range? Is that what you wanted to see? We're
Yeah,
going to which side you want to see?
The other thing too is you can sort of call by worse too, right?
Yeah, half pot.
Clean up your equity to call by worse.
You just here. I'll just do this. This should
Oh,
be-
so we are getting a lot of folds.
Hell yeah, you're folding out this, folding out all this is huge. Ace 10's even like indifferent in real life. Ace 10's probably just folding a shitload, which no spade. People aren't probably going to fold float queen. They're going to be folding this stuff. Yeah, they're going to be floating this appropriately. So yeah, this range is probably pretty true to real life. So you do that, they call, and then you pick up what, a club on the turn.
Yeah.
9 of clubs. Woo.
Yeah, I didn't bet, but then they checked
Yeah.
me twice, so it's easy bet. I think bet big. But like this one, we've bet now. Like I assume we're barreling.
Only
check.
betting when you're bluffing. When you have clubs, you check to realize because you don't want to bet and get check raised off. You do not want to get check raised off those draws. You only bet the jaws strong enough to bet call with, and then other shit. Queen Jack is the fucking unintuitive double barrel.
But it's different when it goes check, and then because now I can fold out loads of better. This is different when it's like we bet the flop and they called.
I looked
All
like this.
in with
What's
king
his-
queen.
What's his
Whoa!
actual holding?
We don't know. He has ace three of clubs.
Ace of clubs. Got it.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
has ace three. Yeah.
But in the hand, it went check, so I think it makes more sense to me to bet because I get to fold out better hands. Well,
Oh
in
yeah.
this, well, in this one, obviously the equities get a lot closer because he called. Like, yeah. So then I think it is I would check behind. I think if I did choose to bet the flop.
Yeah, you were right. Your line is bad here because it was check again.
Yeah,
I did
too
it
much
bad,
equity and your ace high still has shutout value, right? And this was,
And we still check.
let me see this.
Yep.
Let's go back to the GTOs real quick. We opened
Yeah, we just check. He checked flop
we
and then bet turn.
and the
Okay,
button.
sorry.
Sorry, we opened the cutoff. We opened the cutoff. What position were we in? I guess that's what I'm asking.
We're in
We
the
three
bottom.
bet on the button.
We opened the button. We
No,
three bet on
we
the button.
three bet on the button to a cutoff open. And then yeah, it's just he's supposed to
And
see bet
he's
the
gonna
flop.
check, and because he's gonna check range to us in the three bet pot. And
But
then
yeah,
when
we-
get to
we
the
supposed
turn.
to
He
bet
still has
range.
kings and jacks in his range because we didn't see that, right?
Yeah, he still has enough strong hands. I mean, we just show down and get to realize all our equity. We don't need to turn our hand into a bluff.
And
It's
he
pretty
still
much
has,
what this
he still
says.
hits his board.
We have worse hands we need to turn. Ace four of diamonds.
Yeah.
You know, hearts, diamonds, hearts, diamonds, hearts, diamonds. Bluffs.
I'm
turn
never bluffing these random diamonds and hearts, man. It's just
yeah,
like
it's just.
I'm
it's
just
almost
like
giving up.
I'm
too
just
much.
like, oh, this feels like a give up hand. I got ace high. Maybe I
Yeah.
randomly, but like you never win, I guess, like because
Yeah, you just lose.
all the hands which are lower value now will bluff because they have draws, right? Like the 10 highs, the queen highs.
Bob, what the hell did you send me? Handless export. Is that a single hand or what is that?
Yeah, it's a single hand. I couldn't figure out how to get in the hand converter. I put it in, it wouldn't convert.
Pikachu.
I can share my screen and play it on my poker tracker.
No, we good.
Okay.
In the meantime, we're gonna look at my man Bernie's hand. What's up, buddy? You have any context with the players or anything you want to include before? Otherwise, we'll just kind of click through it and do our best to deconstruct it.
Yeah, so this is 6 off the bubble.
6. Okay, so it's a money bubble spot. Okay, cool.
Yep,
So,
and see what seed is he? A second.
no problem.
Seat 3 is like I only have 40 hands on him, but he was definitely a bozo, like an idiot. But I only have 43 hands on him, and he's like super passive, 44 VPIP and 7% raise pre-flop.
So he's one of those guys who's just playing a lot of hands.
Lippy Collie guy.
Lippy Collie.
And barely only 1 3-bet out of all of his hands.
Does he
Probably
check down to a
probably
lot of
playing on the
streets?
iPad.
Does he check down a lot, or is he aggressive?
No, it's passive. If he's passive pre-flop, he's almost always passive
Passive.
post flop.
Yeah, yeah.
Lippy Collie guy starts raising, run for your life.
Yep. All right. So right away we get pocket yaks. 60, 120. So what are we like? 50 bigs deep, 60 bigs deep, 50,
Question.
60.
Right away.
Yeah.
With 6 out of the money, do we flat jack?
60 bigs. We're 60 bigs. We're not flat. 60 bigs deep.
6 out of the money also.
I don't.
That's when we start floating jacks, queens, and tens, right? Am I tripping?
I don't know about in the middle spot, but we can look. It's good to see. 17 would constitute this money bubble, which would be 5 off. So it's fairly close already, right? So it's perfect. So we'll go
And it's an
60
early
effective
open.
versus RFI. Early open being MP in this
Low jack.
configuration,
Yeah.
and we heroes position. We're in the cutoff.
Yep.
And then a
low jack, right?
MP. No, he's MP. It says it right here.
Got it.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Cut off.
Cut off,
hijack.
hijack, low jack. Yep. Before I click this, does anybody want to guess if we are flatting or 3 betting?
I love a flat.
I never flatted here until you got this ICM shit in my head. So if I'm wrong here, I blame you either way.
I think flat's beautiful, and I think
If
it
I'm
also
right-
allows you to play a wider range of hands. Yeah,
If I'm right, I
So
take all the
flat.
credit, just to be fair.
yeah.
All the
flat's
credit.
beautiful. Flat's beautiful.
Yeah, I don't mind flat. I guess if there's
You're welcome.
each flop.
So
Not a
you
lot
are
of aces
welcome.
and
Thank you.
kings.
There's 100% you.
No, you're welcome. Yeah, you have to be
Check
flatting
out
these
those
kind of hands
kings.
doing
Look at
stone money
tens,
bubble.
jacks, queens.
Queens.
Bang,
Wow.
bang, bang.
Yeah, like
Kings
ace,
is,
ace
kings is a little
queen.
crazy. Like,
Bro, this
fucking
ace queen is
crazy
a
with
pure
you.
flat in my life now. This ace queen is a fucking pure flat. I don't 3-bet this jacks, tens, nines. You just put yourself the hell on money bubbles.
you know that story how that everyone has like, man, I was playing this tournament, I was 6 out of the money, and I had jacks, and I got it in where ace king and lose the flip. I never can cross that fucking line. This is how you avoid.
The thing is,
that
if
bad
this guy's
mistake.
a 47, it means he's limping most hands. So when he
And
raises,
now he's
it's probably
opening?
like stronger. Yeah,
What?
like,
Yeah,
it's probably the best hands, right?
it is the best hands.
Of course.
So here we go. Why it disappear? Where's the options to keep
Scroll
going?
down.
Oh,
Yeah, this replay is awful.
yeah, it is dog shit.
That's why we should be using the competitor.
That's all right.
They need to put a hand converter on. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Bolt,
Snap.
snap bolt.
Ooh.
I don't care anymore. It's over. Hands folded.
Yeah.
We
What
have so
happened?
many chips.
I folded to the 60.
What just happened? I missed it. Oh my god, we got what the fuck?
3-bet, 4-bet jam, 6 out of the 90. Snap.
Yeah,
What is your
you would've
calling
folded
range here?
That's why you flat jacks. Well done. You did well.
Aces,
You did well.
kings, to be fair.
I don't even think it matters anymore. I think it's just a good fold now.
I mean, it
think
might
it
be
just-
aces, kings, and maybe ace, king suited is kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, I think ace king
Yeah,
suited is the big
Might be a
question mark here.
fold. Yeah.
I think even if it's ace king, I don't even want to be there anymore. Anyways,
But
I'm
no,
good
that,
with
like,
5 ways
the,
for money. Let these
We can't
people
give
do
the
their
guy
thing.
a hard time for 3-betting because the thing with
This,
like
I think this is how
everybody
does this.
no, we all 3-bet this spot
Everybody
before
does
you
this.
start studying ICM. Like this isn't like some egregious error for him to 3-bet here. We can't like get it twisted like we were all flatting since day one here. This is a standard 3-bet
You're right.
under circumstances we've all been under.
Yeah, I think
like,
this
until
is an
maybe-
egregious error, but it was ignorance, right? You didn't know.
No,
right?
we all don't
so
know.
if you don't know, I think this is how everyone plays this hand. And I would say probably 75% people call here.
No. You would say, 100,
Call
like
right- call
90%.
right
No, I disagree. I think
We have
like
to be at the fall.
I would think like 25% of people call the jacks here on the fucking on the flop.
No. I'm talking about calling this jam. I think about
Oh, the jam.
75%.
Okay. I thought you
75%
meant-
of people call this jam, and I would.
I thought
say
you
that's
meant
a
the
big mistake.
3-bet. I thought you meant the original 3-bet, not the.
What?
Oh,
Jack 7?
Don't take the flip.
He was
he's a little
committed
bit chip
though.
drunk.
No, he wasn't. Wait a minute.
No, he
How
wasn't.
did
He called a cold 4.
He called the fucking.
He jammed the cold 4, 6 out of the money. So this is where the guy just really had to go to the.
This
back.
guy's playing on the iPad. Sitting
His
on
wife is
couch.
yelling at him.
Yeah.
You didn't do the dishes, and you're playing this fucking poker again.
He's one table in almost.
Damn it, babe.
Be fair,
Yeah,
can ever
that
be
sucks
ace
because
king?
he's still in the
Barney-
tournament too.
Barney, it
And
doesn't
ace-king.
matter. We lose.
Doesn't
We
matter.
lose a few. It doesn't matter. You want to really be here because the most important inflection point of every single tournament that you play will be this initial money bubble because it's going to decide whether you print some ROI or you get 0 ROI. And if fewer times you can commit to not cooling yourself
Mhm.
out of the tournament right before the money bubble when you've played 4, 5, 6 hours is going to be better for your long time.
And also, when you have to make this ungodly, horrific, disgusting fold tree, you lose less, right? Like,
Right.
You only lost the open.
Yeah, you called the 64 here. He makes it all in. He calls it all in, and you've lost 2 bets.
Yeah.
If seat 3 folds, do you still fold to the seat 1?
Oh God.
No, not for
I think-
20 bets.
I think
not when
it's-
I'm this deep. Not
I
when not
think
it
it's-
doesn't.
I'm
No,
pretty sure it's
it doesn't.
10s plus. Sometimes 9 slips in there, so I'm not sure about 9s, but I think it's 10s plus.
Well, the important thing with that is like with certain range of hands, it's not going to affect our utility to call off 20 when we have 60, and we're still going to be ahead enough
True.
with like 10s plus because he still needs to jam ace queen suited to squeeze. He still is going to jam some suited, and it's not like we're assuming these guys are playing perfect ICM models either. So he's going to be jamming a bit too wide for me to still fold hands like pocket jacks plus, pocket 10s plus. I will maybe fold 7s and 8, like 6s and ace jack off in spots where I would call it for chip EV, but we still can't be so tight when it doesn't affect our utility. Like if it puts you out of the tournament, then I think you can consider making some tighter folds, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was planning on
If
calling
it
seat
bubbles
1.
you, If it bubbles you,
Yeah.
then you can fucking call the nuts.
Yeah,
But if it doesn't
shit.
bubble you and you assume these players aren't super nits and still need to put in worse hands than your value hand, you have to call.
The funny thing was C3 snap shove too. I was like, what
Yes.
the?
Like
And-
aces plus, like queens plus, and
Not-
then Jack
We were like, oh, the
Yeah.
limpy guy's raising, run for your life. What the fuck? That's
On a positive
and-
note,
and-
I did win this tournament.
these people are really
Hey,
hard to play against too,
congratulations.
because you really
Well
have
done.
no idea. Like they could be anywhere in range, right? So
Yeah.
we were talking about being GTO earlier in the beginning of this thing. Like this is why GTO is good, because and knowing his ICM inflection points is good, because when you're playing against people that can just do anything, this is the best way to kind of protect yourself and
Right,
show
I didn't
success.
think about flatting this. That's a good point. Flatting these hands.
This wasn't a PKO, was it?
Nope, just a regular
Oh, okay.
$3.
Because I'm like, was he bounty hunting? Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was just
Just not
Seizure.
Is that ever ace king against ace king there? All right.
I mean,
queen.
sometimes.
Or ace queen
Sure.
against ace king.
Sure, sometimes. That's hard
I-
for them
I
to
don't know
have
if
that
you
when they
could think
block
about-
each other, right? Like
I don't,
Yeah.
I
way
don't know
more
if-
of their range is going to be pair heavy, and then things you're flipping.
Yeah, I'm not trying to put people in exact one hand.
Yeah, I don't know if you should think that deep into
Okay.
range. That's gonna that's too fucked up a variance to think about. Just gotta
Yeah.
keep it a little bit simpler with variance. 'Cause it will
one,
be-
one last
Go ahead.
one last question. If you know that guy's like jamming Jack 7 there, is it still a fold probably?
I mean, I'm still
Good-
calling a very tight range because you can
Good
assume,
question.
like, yeah, you can modify, but we're 60 plus on the money bubble. Like, the
Right,
worst
yeah.
thing you could do is put yourself in a situation like to bubble, and then I'm assuming that 60 bigs, you're probably top 5 in the field or something like that. I would be
Can I
very
ask you-
risk averse
can I-
versus
I'm
calling
assuming he think
players.
he's asking that he knows the guy's pushing with some bullshit like Jack 7. Like he really knows because he's a drunk dude on the iPad.
It
then
doesn't,
he
yeah.
probably- And then but then what if you have the read that the other guy does have ace king? Would you still call that? Yes or no? That's what I really
When
want.
he puts it all in, I'm calling practically the same tight ass range in the money
Okay.
bubble. There's just no, we're not really going to be incentivized. If you show me his hand and I know he's super loose, I mean, maybe I'm getting in like queens plus. Like I'm
Yeah.
still probably folding jacks and tens a lot. There's
Mm.
queens plus are just like I would look down at queens. Jacks, I'm still folding. I don't even
Like,
know. Like
yeah. I mean,
it's
do you
not
really
going to be
want
worth it.
Yeah, do you really want to flip with jacks for 80% of your stack that close to the bubble?
Yeah, queens, I just
don't.
probably wouldn't be able to help myself. I probably can't fold
Right.
queens.
And you're not
honestly.
flipping because it's 3 ways, right?
But jacks and queens is the
Well,
same hand.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not. I think that's the problem, right? It's not flipping. It's
Well,
three
and I
ways.
mean, hey, and I mean, this is poker. You guys have to decide your own risk factor. If you want to say fuck this guy and call it off, and the money doesn't mean anything to you, and you want to play a more of a fuck ICM strategy and always get it in the head when you know you're ahead, who am I to tell you that's bad? That
Well,
is
I
a
wanna
way
know
to
if-
play poker. That
Is
is
that the best
100%
idea or
way.
no?
It's,
Is
I
that
mean,
one argument-
it's the best for you. It might just be the best for you. Maybe you're too rich to care. That's the way poker works like that as well. Like some of you guys, if you're playing a $1 tournament, $2 tournament, and you're super rolled for it, fuck it. And you want to go crazy and call this shit off all the time? Yes, I think it's fine.
Mm.
Right.
You can play a hyper aggressive variance style where you don't care about the ICM. Yes, it exists. Will it always make you the most money? No, but maybe it does in that situation where you're just experimenting. It's fine.
Some
Okay.
people
play like
will
that.
I
make
like
an
that.
argument.
I like that.
Some people will make an argument that ICM undervalues future game, where you have now a large stack, which gives you a higher probability of getting to the top 3 with
Yeah, it
room
is. Yeah,
But that's
this-
a whole different argument, and it gets very complicated. Affleck has got some good perspectives on it.
Yeah, there's a few different perspectives on it. I'm teaching you the kind of the nittier approach. I want you guys to make money being poker for a while. The other approach, you're gonna make chips, you're probably gonna get, but your ass is gonna bubble sometimes. The other way, you're gonna almost never bubble. You get it?
Yeah, this is my
Yeah.
thing. This is my thing. You have a lot of chips like your chip leader, super chip leader. There's no point in taking like big chances. You know, you already have the chips. You don't need to take.
That's
big
what I see.
chances.
I mean, that's what this model, this is what
Yeah.
this model says as well. Like,
Yeah.
you use some of this 3-bet bluff, but a lot of your stronger value hands, You play post. I mean, you can still win a bunch of chips post flop in these spots with these hands. So it's not like, you know. All right, let's try to play this one as well. So you have 7-8 suited.
A7 suited. I got the aces cracker facing EP raise. You know, I'm thinking.
Multi-way.
Yeah, I'm thinking. You know, a lot of people are raising like ace X. And I have some equity here. I have the back door with a gut shot. So if anybody bets, I'm raising here 2-way. Probably just calling heads up, but 2-way I would prefer to raise.
Well, goddamn.
Yeah, yeah. That's a little. See, I'm a little too
What
aggressive. As you
in
can
the
see.
wild
You
world of
savage.
sports is
You
happening?
said.
You just cock jammed it, and now you're getting called by overpair or nothing. Hope he doesn't have the overpair. We all know this isn't a thing. You get him to fold. Nope. So what did you have a question about here? Was you wondering check raise size, or should you just be check calling? Because opinion here, I think multi-way, if you could call here a lot, right? You wouldn't need to, and then find some leads on turns. Check raising 2.5x or 2 like a small check raise is good. The all in is just the most savage shit because you wouldn't even need protection with a 6. Like if you had a 6, you wouldn't even need to jam it.
I mean, like this is my reasoning for going for jamming because we're playing 25 and 25, 26 effective, and if I raise the flop, I don't know what to do on turn. Like other than I don't know.
okay.
No,
to
but
check raise,
my thought, but you're not even considering, like, if you had a 6 here, what would you need to? You would just be making him call with overpair plus. Like you wouldn't even need protection. You don't need protection or anything. You would never do this with the 6, would you?
Yeah, yeah. I think I could get.
Yeah, I guess you would. You
result.
might do this with the 6 as well.
No,
Okay,
no,
so
well, I mean, I don't know.
No, well, I just don't think I think you accomplish all the same things that you're trying to accomplish by if you call here, you're going to have a lot of 6s in your range, right? Because you wouldn't mind him making a worse pair. Your hand is so strong that if he makes another single pair hand, you could stack it. You can get the money in on future streets at such a shallower SPR. But I don't think you would check jam. I think you could also just go 2.5x. You can call and lead some turns small, as well as another line that Acevedo talks about in these multi-way spots.
Yeah.
I think Michael, like I had a session with him in this spot multi-way, and he likes to call here and lead some turns for small when we pick up equity. We cannot get raised as a bluff when we take that line.
I'm just like if the turn comes a face card, like a Broadway.
You lost. It's fine.
Yeah, like and I don't want that to happen. Like if I raise small, he might call, might see that card.
Sometimes you gotta accept the loss.
But the thing is,
but yeah, I should have raised smaller.
He bet in the middle, and when he bets in the middle, he has you're doing this into an uncapped range. You're gonna do this and just run fucking into it. So what you're trying, so you're gonna get him to just call you, and then like be dead. Whereas I think him betting here, he could be still betting wide enough where you can win the pot a multitude of different ways, man, without risking your entire stack, without him just being able to play. It's easy for him now. He could just bet and say, oh, he gets to play perfectly.
Yeah, and you don't want to.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tal.
Yeah.
I mean, you hit it.
I mean, yeah,
I won't beat his head horse. I was gonna say you don't want to do this with your 6s either. Like you want to keep them wide with your 6s. You want that paint to call when you have a 6. Right?
When can I do this? Like at 20 big blinds or less?
No, there's no check jamming.
Yeah, you just go 2.7x, and then it's okay to check raise, check turn. Like,
yeah,
you should do that. I mean, honestly, I would check raise, check turn with a lot of my 6x because, like, when I bet turn, now I'm getting a ton of folds, right? So I mean, it's okay to check raise, check and be balanced. Even
I understand.
And if you check raise, check me, I'm gonna bet every time, so you're gonna get even more chips.
There you go. Kept just fell right into my chat.
Do the same thing with your strong hands. Same thing with your draws, pretty much. Okay.
Here, I want to show you an example, maybe of this.
think if I could work on my aggression, I could be a much better player.
All right, 7/8. These are all tiny check raises, so they go 1.15, and you can check raise to 3.8 with your 7/8. You can also call here as well with 7/8 of clubs, but obviously you're continuing. So you just see no all ins, man.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, you just like, even if it's multi-way, it would make it less all-ins, okay? So the fact that you see practically none here, it should be a big red flag. How about versus a larger size? Because he did go very small there. And we
Yeah,
have all-in jets. 0.4%. I mean, they're in there a hair
I was thinking
versus
about
big. I guess if they go something like this, you could just start going all in, like really fucking big. And 6x isn't even really doing it much.
I mean, like the larger they bet, the more. I
No,
could-
but you still wouldn't do, you would never go all in with the 6, even if they use a giant bet.
Yeah.
You're it would be bluffs, you know. But
call-
nonetheless, like a big thing is like just don't try to avoid being all in, like, because when you have the nuts, you would never be all in with the 6. We call and then like give us I wanted us to turn more equity, so a backdoor flush draw here, like the 2 of spades or something like that. We check, a little bit of leading. Oh, okay, so wait a minute, I wanted to see if we had leads with like 7/8 when we turned, I'm sorry, 1 second.
You turn a 9 or something.
Yeah, I wanted to turn a 9 of spades. And then like 7/8, no, still no leading here versus that. All right, so yep, no leading. Must have been yeah, I swear he said lead, but it was multi-way. Maybe he solved it multi-way.
Try
But
5.
the big thing is no all in.
Yeah.
No. No. All right. Any more questions there, my man Skate?
No. I learned a little something here. Thanks.
Yep. Small check raise, my friend. Small check raise.
Yeah.
Or just call. Yep, when you call here, it's pretty scary as well. Like, what the fuck? He doesn't just get to go crazy. People won't just go crazy.
Yep.
I think that's all of the marked hands. Did I miss any?
Me.
Bob,
Me.
you sent me some old dude.
Yeah.
You sent me some boomed out version of a hand export.
Can I share my screen? I mean, I couldn't get it converted. It's a Iggy hand. I don't know why it doesn't always convert.
You gotta edit the settings in the hand converter on what you want to post it as, like plain text or.
Wait a minute, man.
Ooh, what? Why? That just came from my
piss.
poker tracker.
What did I do? Wait
Yeah,
a
you
minute.
can do it. You just gotta edit the way you post it in the replayer, and it should work.
Edit new hand. I'm gonna try to do it for him. Which one is it? If I just go to, does it give me a field in here to edit new hand? Yeah, go here.
You can also turn it into a video.
Oh, paste as plain text. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I was doing wrong.
Yeah,
There
plain
was a
text.
problem. Nah, I fucking agree.
Oh, I think you have to also get rid of the spaces at the bottom.
What spaces? Oh, down here?
Yeah.
So paste, and then
Output format. Change the output format. Plain text or.
No, doesn't work.
all right, figure it out.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
will. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Guys, it's in the chat. If somebody can try to download it and convert it for me, I would appreciate it. I want to keep going, and we got about a half an hour, so I don't want to waste too much time fucking around with hand converters. I want to get better at the game.
Bob, you can also go to easy hand replayer and manually type it in.
Let me close out some of this other shit.
Okay.
We're gonna go back
try
to
that.
I'm gonna call on somebody and we're going to get back into both the Preflop Academy and the GTO Wizard. Let me go back here. I'm gonna change up the position of the turn play, I think. Yeah, I close out every tab there. Let me make sure. Yeah, I did. Yep, I closed them all out. I'm gonna create a new spot. Yeah, this is the spot I was working on before. I'm gonna put us in a different spot. No, we'll go deeper now. I'm gonna go deeper or shallower. No, let's go shallower because I want to see our turn sizing when we're shallower and we see bet. And then we'll go button, raise 2, BB call, BB check, and then button C bet, they call, BB check, and then start training. Nice. And then over here, we are going to now give ourselves some tough spots with 10% of the field left. And then we're going to have struggle stacks, or the stacks you know you're going to have tonight. 30, and then we'll go 35 and 40. Yeah, I ain't gonna have no 40 big blinds. Wait a minute. I'm kidding. Yeah, let's do like this kind of stack. I feel like we're gonna see this a lot. Deeper heroes position. That should be good. Opponent's position, any. Start deep study, 10% of the field left, that double barrel. So end of the year quizzes, and these are going to be fun spots. Here, I can make this one a little bit better. All right, Cap.
Yo.
It's your world, sir. You can go left to right, whatever cadence works best for you.
So we're back to the turn. We're back to what we started with.
Yeah, but this time we've c-bet, we've opened, it's 20 binds effective, and here's your bet size options if you would like to double barrel or not.
He shouldn't have a lot of aces. I think we can actually, I mean, he doesn't have a lot of pocket pairs. He doesn't have a lot of aces. I think we could just bet small.
Ooh, 3?
Yeah.
Anybody checking this? When he does call a c-bet on ace deuce deuce, or are we gonna double barrel?
When the
have
big
king
blind calls out, I'm checking.
Me too. I'm like pure checking, but let's see.
Yeah, I'm checking.
I'm like pure checking
Pure
after they
check.
flat it. Yeah, pure check.
Good shot value right now, right?
Yeah, well, that and their range is so condensed on this. We have king
Where are the
highs, and maybe they
floats,
go.
right?
Yeah, like
3,
here we
4
go.
maybe.
And in real life, it's gonna be just fucking worse. Like people are gonna be show up here to be tighter. So yeah, here's our double barrel range. And plus, always remember when you want to bluff, and if you can't decide if you're betting for value or a bluff, your bluffs are actually gonna come from the fucking bottom. Like you have actual dog shit in your range you need to bet. That you know, and this other stuff in the middle, your king and queen highs, just check. Ace for value, all this stuff at the bottom.
Yeah, and this is the top of our unpaired range. So
Yep, king, queen, king, jack, all this.
So
like, you start getting down to the jack 8s and stuff like that, it can't really win. So, and it's unblocking king high floats and queen high floats in their range, right?
I picked like the one combo that bets the least frequently.
What's that?
King jack. That's less.
Oh, you
than
picked one. Oh, I see what you said. Yeah.
And
yeah,
queens actually bets less, and then like king jack, everything else starts betting a little bit more as it gets worse and worse.
Yep. So we griefed it, and let's see what the solver does. Get called and
Check.
Snapchat. Wrecked. I thought they would be jamming a lot of offsuit ace X here, but they use ace 7, ace 8, and ace 7 and ace 8 is a flatten a lot in this spot. Ace 6 of diamonds on 10% of the field left. Players left. We're in the money.
10% of the field left.
You can see it right here. Yep.
Equal stacks.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Equal stacks are hard for me, especially. I guess call.
GG. No, I don't know. Anybody else calling this?
I think this is a call.
Larry's calling. Lewis?
I don't know. I was thinking if there's any one of those weird spots we got some weird small free bets, but I don't think so.
Flat?
I don't know. I was thinking shove maybe as
Me too. God. Or are we using other ace X's jams? Like ace 4, ace 5, ace 3,
yeah, I
ace
think
4,
you
ace
want the
5
suited ones. I think you want like the low suited
ace
ones.
6 and
But then
ace
this
6
might
and
be
ace
a
7
cool.
fold. Ace 6, ace 7 mixing fold, and the other suited aces 4, 5, 8, 9 jam some. I don't know. This is tough. I can't remember all these spots. Let's see. Kept calls. 3-bet only. Jams. 3-bet, 3-bet.
It's the small free bets. What I was talking about. Because
I know,
like
I know. Yeah, like in cash games, there's no calls from the small blind, right? Like there's like 3 bets.
No,
from
there's
fold.
but this is the tournament
usually-
stuff. You have calls from the small blind. And
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of calling.
because I was thinking you want
Not-
to rate you want a free bet small with like kings and aces, so I knew you need some bluffs, and I thought you want some good blocker hands.
Oh
That's
my
that's why I was thinking the small free bet.
2.5x as well, guys. If you were so yeah, this is the spot that we could spend weeks, we could spend a month on trying to work on this ICM work. I'll tell you, you could spend a month straight looking at this shit. It's hard. Okay, more hands. Oh yeah, you want a double barrel here on the left? I'm sorry, got next hand, or either one.
Yeah, we'll double barrel. I think we go, do we size up when the flush completes? Are we short stacked? Oh, man. I guess just 5.
5 ball corner pocket. Oof. Barney, what are you doing here? On the left.
And the last time we saw a flush come in, it didn't use the big size, right?
I don't feel like it did, man. And we're
It's
short
3 or
shadow of
check.
Felix's. Yeah, 3 or check for me. I don't know, but I'm not sure. Maybe 5 is appropriate.
I think 3 or 5. I'm not too sure which one.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think one of these two more so than the 5, but maybe kept his 5 heading. Yep, and we're all right. As a solver would have it. 3 is the predominant size, though mostly using a smaller sizing. And if we want to look at our overall strategy from a sizing perspective, when the flush gets there, this is the button and our sizing mostly 33. There is some 55 in there though. And the 55 is coming from some of our best hands and best draws. King, Jack, King, Queen, Ace, King, Aces, Ace, Jack with the spade. Not even with the spade. All our Ace Jacks to mix a little bit, but mostly 33. Then some of our weakest hands following through with the I would just miss the hell out of this, like 6-5 of clubs every fucking time. Like anybody finding the 6-5 of clubs and all this like 7-5 and shit at full frequency for a small double?
No.
No, I mean this is the stuff that I'm trying to do a lot of hands of because I'm missing this stuff as well. So it feels like when you get caught there, you go 30% again, like a queen's just never folding. So
Are you checking kings there, like the solver
Bearman's
said?
folding a ton.
no, I'm absolutely not checking kings here.
I wouldn't either.
No, I mean, yeah, I would miss this check every single time. I could see the reasons. It's pretty cool. I've seen it check sets in other iterations, but I'm just being honest with myself. In game, I would never ever check.
Yeah, because you're blocking value, so they have other kind of value.
I would check, and then it would come to 9 of fucking spades on the river, and then like I would just be tilted after that. So I'd rather make the EV mistake to not get tilted, I guess, because the mind loss would be kind of disgusting. Yeah, Cap went 5, which is also correct. So let's see what the solver reacts from that. And all of it, right? Yeah,
Yep.
all of it. Yeah, nothing else to do. Dead.
Yep. I expected that. He called turn. especially
He
when I bet a
called the
little bit
turn of
bigger.
flush. Yeah, when he called the big bet on the turn, GG.
GG.
Xing out.
So king nine, I'm gonna just probably call here. I think the 9 blocks a good portion of the bottom of his opening range, so I don't want to 3-bet. I'll call.
I'm 3-betting.
King nine
Amazing.
magic hand.
Magic 3-bet hand.
Even 10%?
Yep.
I was folding.
It's
Little bit.
I
folding
was
mostly,
folding.
Oh yeah, a little bit of 3-bet. And it's always like this king 9, queen 9, like the hands that block. And then notice how we're still using our ace X. I'll tell you what, man, people are not playing this well. So once you start playing this well, it's going to be huge for you. Little 3-betting here with these suited ace X, 2.5x. It looks so fucking strong, it's disgusting. All right, more. 3 more hands of both.
Man, we're short. So we were deeper. I would want to blast this, man. I guess we still got to bet, right?
He's uncomfortable.
Good for our range. I mean, I think we're supposed to, like, if we were deeper, I think we're still supposed to polarize. Maybe our worst pairs. I'm gonna check.
Oh,
Worst pairs can blast off, but the 5s can, I don't think.
So you blasting
But
this?
what's
I
the
don't wanna
worst pair that
blast
you
this.
have?
This
Well, we
is it.
open pocket 2s.
I think he
3s.
jams a lot of his best hands here pre-flop, and so now we can get a lot of his marginal hands to fold. Yeah, so I'm blasting.
5, right? 5. I mean, dude, is it really
Yeah,
going
5.
80% again?
I'm gonna
No,
bluff
no.
like
It's like
2s
high
and
percent.
3s and maybe 4s. 5s are gonna be, if they bluff, it's gonna be a
I think
sliver.
on this
Mostly-
board, 5s are the same thing as 2s, 3s, and 4s. You know what I mean?
Yep, I would
So-
always
Mostly
turn it
ten.
into a
So,
ball. Yeah, we
Cap,
do
just
this.
remember pre-flop at 20, 2 3s and 4s
Or jamming.
on the button you're jamming. So this
Look.
is your worst pair.
So it is our worst pair.
Look at
Good
this.
point.
Yep, this is what, yeah, we don't even have these anymore. And this is a slight mistake and something I think all of us should really think about if you're not jamming 2s, 3s, and 4s here. If we look at the solver here, and I know I make this mistake sometime in game as well, pure fucking jams. A7, 8, 9, pure jams. Queen, jack, queen. You open on the button, you get jammed over for 20. You never know what to do with jack 10. Yeah, you don't have to worry about that anymore because you're just going to jam it. You don't have to, because that used to happen to me. I would open jack 10, get ripped on, and be like, this feels a little too bad to call off, and you call it off anyway. Nope, don't do that anymore. Just rip it. So yeah, we're just ripping this stuff. So good. So yeah, we know this is one of our worst hands. It's unblocking a lot. We block some spade draws. So 5. Oh, Kep said check it though. Let's see what happens when you check. Check now.
I guess.
Yeah. Nope. Make a 9 fold.
I ain't
Run it.
shipping it.
Run it. I ain't
Ship
shipping
it for your
it.
100th of an E EV.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're not doing all that to print this
Yep.
just to make that fold.
If we're lucky.
If you're
Oh,
lucky.
always folding. Come on.
Oh,
That's-
they should be
They're
folding that.
100%.
Well,
folding.
I mean, you check.
If we bet turn river, they gotta get rid of it, right?
No, in the river, when we go, let me see, river all in. Oh my God, they fucking hero your ass like a dog sometimes. What?
You don't let them fold though.
Yeah.
Some of these jacks, yeah, I mean, they got you. But I mean, yeah, you make enough folds.
Are they folding turn when we bet though?
Should be.
Turn, didn't he pick up a flush draw?
Well, maybe not his exact hand, but in
Yeah,
general,
he
his
has-
No,
range is
he
folding.
has hearts, so no.
Oh
flush
no,
draw.
he falls. Yeah, he's out of there.
They're
Yeah,
folding
he's out of
shit
there.
ton on the.
In real life, the jack is always folding when you don't.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
do shit.
Fucking out of there.
Yeah, because it's like, I mean, what good river card other than a jack is coming if you
You're
have
already
jack
dead.
there?
I'm folding this one.
Just folding. Okay, I'm not gonna let you off the hook so easy. What's the bottom when you're playing?
I might find some bluffs with ace 9 off.
3-bet bluffs, ace 9, ace 10 off. What about your suited aces?
I'm gonna call most of them. Gonna raise like, yeah, I was gonna say towards the top. That's what
Yeah.
I'm jamming 'em. Yeah, I can't play these equal stacks. I kind of understand when there's like looking at chip distribution and figuring out what I want to do that way. Like I have no idea. I never study these spots where you have 10% of field or whatever, everyone has the same stack depth. I have no clue what I'm doing. It just
Why? I
doesn't happen
mean,
in the game.
we're with
Hey,
20
but
left.
you're
Only
thinking
thing I'm
effective
worried
stacks, right?
about, only thing I'm worried about with 20 players left in the field is how much I have and how much is the man effective. Like, is the person who's opening and I'm deciding to play the hand, is he going to be effective stack to me or not? Like the players behind and getting deep and all that shit with 20 players left doesn't fucking matter to me. Like, I don't know how it can matter.
Unless you're on like some stone bubble of some sort or some ladder
Like,
bubble.
dude, like the ladder bubbles in the tournaments I play are like between fucking $6 and like $150, all of which can't matter that much in the grand scheme of winning the tournament. So, and then the pay jumps are just so small. I'm only actually the final table bubble and then the money bubble is the only inflection points where I'm worried about other people's stacks. I don't know if that's a mistake, but I'm not going to be over condensing spots based on other short stacks and missing spots myself, which I think could be a mistake, personally.
Yeah, in my big 330, I'm not playing ICM 10% of the field left when there's
No,
like
I'm
1,000 players.
No, my ICM strategy is my effective stack strategy, given how I should be playing like a 30 big blind range, effective stack, if that makes sense.
30, I want to call, but it might be king 9.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure about this. Holy fuck. I feel like it's maybe the bottom, maybe king suited 9s.
I'll
Like you
keep
said,
being a
yeah.
fish. I'm calling whatever. Fuck it.
Suited 9.
Folds. Yeah.
And these suited 9s are even gone. Suited 10s. And then our 3-bet size, 3.25x. How about pocket 9s here?
We bet flop.
Yep,
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
me too. To have showdown. You're not gonna make. He still has like A6, A7, or A7. This spot. Ace8, some. Oh, bitch smacked. Raising or
Not
call?
allowed to fold, so whatever.
Oops, I almost misclick raise.
Just call.
Not allowed
Just
to
call.
fold. Nope. Dead.
It's always a 10.
Yep. You get to the hand 5 here and one more of each.
Is EP 20 ICM, I'm folding.
Yep. Little bit of calling there, but mostly fold. Very good. Damn, just jamming 5s and 6s. Feels like GG every time.
We'll
Okay.
bet over here, I guess. The flush comes in so small.
One of our worst hands, 10 high. We have an emergency gut shot. You want to go 3 or 5?
Right.
I think I would go 5, but 3, good. See, now we're getting it. Yeah. Is it? Oh, we looked last time when it was mostly 3 and a little bit of 5, but it was mostly 3 when the flush gets in. Yep. Well. You giving up or are you going to shoot your way out of this?
No, we got really good blockers. I mean, I would really like to have a spade to be bluffing here, honestly, but I think we got no choice. So put it in.
He did it, America. I see you, Cap. No longer than I'm gonna have to take that knit tag off of you on all the sites.
I'm in net pre-flop.
And you're dead.
Run into it.
And he has nuts. Oh, feels bad.
Way to lose like
That's
a
the
champ.
second time you ran into it. That's like the second time. Oh, it's so funny. Ever since I've been going to these study groups, I've been punting my stack every time.
This might be too good to raise. I'll call.
Just calling this?
Yeah.
Yep. No need to use it as a 3-bet bluff. Suited jack, suited 10s. I miss this queen jack little 3-bet. It feels like when I do get jammed on, I feel like I'm stupid. So I just call all this shit.
10,
Use the
8,
9s at 3
5,
bets.
8, 10. I'm gonna check the 10, 8.
Yep, mostly checking. You have showdown, you have an over. No need.
I'll check it back. I would bluff if I didn't have a hand, but I got something, just check.
Yep, 100%. God, God, he is just. This is like if people wonder if there was a solver versus human debate, the solver would just fucking clean up. Absolutely clean up. One more of each, and then we'll call on somebody else. I kind of want to just really focus on the pre-flop academy stuff, but I think the turn stuff's good. Ooh, a little bit of jam in there with the suited king 10. Tens ripping. Look at jacks. Look at nines. Look at eights. And this is our late position as well. I know you're doubling barreling.
And yeah, so hold on. I think we actually gonna size up here. I think 5's good.
7. When you said size up, I thought you were gonna do it. I thought you were
Well,
gonna
I
do
mean,
it.
7
5 is
just
pretty
feels
big for your
awkward.
stack, right?
Yeah.
This is one of those weird spots we saw earlier where you're leaving like 7 or 8 bigs behind, right?
Yeah, just check.
It's totally counterintuitive.
Take care, Barney. Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Oh, you might have said that.
I'm jamming the 5s and checking back. Oh my God, we're just going all in here with a 10.
Well, the jack's like a
He's
brick.
got no
right?
jacks in his range.
Yeah, but he could be slow playing straights, 2 pairs, whatever, right? Is he gonna, what's worst call?
Yeah, but
Worst
you can
10?
have a, it can
Nine,
have a worst
10.
You want
Say
the values
nine.
from the worst 10, I think.
10, 7.
Yeah,
He ain't
there's
got no, he ain't
so
got eights.
yeah, there's so many hands that big blind has to call
A6.
that you just, I mean, because he's gonna call the way this hand is kind of played. He's gonna call most all of that 6-5, 6s, 5s, his worst 10s.
I promise
So-
you, I could see this sim. I could have it next to the hand while I'm playing it and I'm still gonna check back that 10.
Yeah, we go all in and they need to call with A6. You know, Jack 6 is 2 pair, 10, 6 is 2 pair, 7, 6.
They can fold out some of their
Always,
3s
like-
and very few of their 5s. Otherwise, they're calling almost everything.
10. Yeah, these
Yeah.
10x are calling you like, yeah, you gotta just check.
Yeah. On this board, they just have way too much. And when they called 5, because your jam is so small now, too. You're jamming for half pot. So
All right,
ripping the
take us
pot.
home. You said you're ripping us. Very good. Easy snap rip. And I would actually just full frequency fucking 3s to 9s for simplicity. 3s to 10s. I can't imagine. I almost always rip the 10s, but I can just 3-bet those. Okay. How much EV difference? Damn, 3-betting's much higher EV too.
Well,
Shit.
10 is so strong, right? Small
Yeah, it
blind versus
is.
London.
Yep. But you know they're just gonna call us coming king queen high and PTSD is talking, but yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3-betting and ripping some of the wheels. All right, let's give someone else a shot before we head out. One more. Beats gotta run. Take care, Beats. Beats is out of here. Let me see. Anybody want to volunteer? Wait a minute, Jackson's here. You here? You want to do a few, Jackson? Put your daughter in so she can crush the solver. He gone. Sola.
I'm here. I'm not sure if you can
Oh.
hear me.
Oh, there you go. We can hear you.
All right. Yeah, I was just actually putting a birthday hat on her head. It's not her birthday, but whatever. She found one and wanted it on.
I know how
Alright.
it is. That's awesome.
All right. What am I doing? Left or right?
Both, but you're gonna go start here on the left. Or would you double barrel this Jack 8 on Ace 9 8 Ace versus
Button
big line
versus
at
big
20?
blind.
Yep.
Yeah, I would go. Ooh, we're only 20 effective. Interesting. Check. No, I don't want to check back because of Jack 10s or 10 7s. And flush draws, I suppose. I guess we double barrel this for 5 then.
Yeah, this is a very close one, isn't it? I'm not sure. I mean, I would check back a lot just because it has showdown, and then we can bluff catch.
I
But
actually
this,
don't-
there are the few.
I also don't mind. Oh, okay. I also don't mind the 7.5 because then like you get your big bet out the way and it's like you can just shut it down on the river. Maybe I don't know.
I don't get why you'd ever bet here. Like
I would never. I mean, yeah, I'm always just checking and just trying to get to showdown with this 8. You're only going to get called by better. And we have worse hands in this range. Let's see what we do want to bet here on the turn. I think we have so many other hands we want to bet that this one's going to prefer.
We're
Here's
gonna-
our strategy.
We're gonna be polarized, right? Just like our
Yep.
worst hands and our trips.
So here's all your eights, buddy. All your eights want to check, and then
eight.
your nine. Some of your nines can bet, which is because he has a lot worse 9x. You will use a predominant 5, not so much 8 or the
Okay.
7.5. But yeah, it's gonna bet some of this other stuff as well. It's checking back your flush draws. Importantly, well, not this one. King 10 of spades betting. I'm wrong. Don't listen to me. Fuck, man, this strategy is actually kind of tough.
I mean, it's like second pair and better than just like your worst hands.
Yep.
I don't think it's that tough. Like I'm just checking everything else.
Well, yeah, everything else is that like your flush, some of your worst flush draws, and then like this other garbage. But I mean, this is the second pair. This 6 is like 6-7, little too weak. 7-5. Yeah, that'd be an easy one to find a bet. Okay, yeah, this is good. So we checked, like you said. You bowed up.
With the flush coming in,
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind going big and losing, I guess. This is just chippy V, right? But we do want to get called a little bit lighter. So maybe even a King X could find a hero. So maybe 6 is fair, you know.
Yeah, I wonder if I would just fucking rip it. 6! Rip it. It's too greedy. He can't call in the double pair board. Worse, yeah. I mean, King High can certainly maybe find some heroes here. Once you do this, like a 9 is just never ever folding.
Yeah, I think
He does fold a 9.
I would have jammed just to get
Me
maybe
too.
an ace or a flush. Like we don't have a spade as well.
Yeah, but ace was a higher boat. But yeah,
oh yeah, shit. Yeah, no, maybe not.
Yeah. How about here on the right? You defending this stuff 20 big blinds, effective with 10% of the field remaining.
10% of the field remaining.
Also 3 gaps.
I suppose in theory we are. Yeah, I suppose we have to in theory.
Yeah, fuck, man.
I think we could fold this.
Yeah, I'm
This
not
far in the
sure.
morning.
It feels like offsuit 3 gaps. We get down to the 2 gappers. It condenses just this much. Like I think this would be a standard defend and chip EV. But it does start to cut off a little bit. And then like some of these defends are like neutral, right?
Yeah.
I see some guys just deciding to fold some of the stuff. I'm not.
That's
I'm not
interesting that
sure.
it folds there. I do understand it's 10%. I do need to work with the pre-flop academy with the new percentage of field charts and stuff like that. But like, yeah, in game with 10%, 10 left out of 100, I fold it. But I'm like, in theory, you're probably supposed to defend, but I guess not.
No, yeah, your folds are good. I mean, it feels a little bit uncomfortably nitty, but it's okay, right?
I'm a nit.
Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I wish I was more nitty. I wish I was nittier. Those are the good old days, man. You can do either one.
Sure. King 8, we fold that from the small. That is small, right?
Correct.
All right. Yeah, you can fold that from the small. 10%. It's still 10%, correct?
Correct.
All right. Yeah, that's a fold.
What's the bottom? Are you playing your suited 9s, your suited 10s? Where are we at, Dan? If we're just easily folding this to late position, because this shit don't seem so easy to me.
Just because small blind, I mean, it's a great hand. King 8's a great hand for starters suited. But with 10% of the field remaining, I'm just like imagining like 100-man field, 10 people left kind of situation where it's like, all right, so we're gonna be looking to play hands like this suited. If it was on the button, it's a snap call for me because we get to play a suited hand in position, high card value.
Right.
But just out of position, I'm just folding a lot. So I would say the bottom for me would be like Broadway, suited Broadway, maybe 10-9, but not even 10-jack probably.
Okay. I think we get to play some of our suited 9s and 10s. I wonder if, God, man. Suited 9s and then suited 10s are ripping. The Broadway shit is not even calling. It's fucking just ripping it out of position here. Lots of playability, fold equity, and when you get called, you're not gonna be that bad with so many blockers. So it wants to rip this stuff. Yeah.
All right. And
So
on
this
the
is
left,
right on
the left, does the left just assume the flop went Bet, call.
Yeah, the way I set this up
Okay,
is
so,
I have
alright.
us opening on the button and then we auto C bet 30% and they defend it and we show up here versus the call.
You have to show me how to set this one up. This seems like an interesting drill. I have a couple drills set up from other people, but I never figured out how to do it my own. But
I'll give you a quick tutorial after this.
sure.
Before we wrap up, I got you.
All right. So with the double barrel, we just check this then.
This is one of our worst dog shit hands, and that's a blank. Man, am I insane? I would never check. I would, yeah. This is dog shit. Like, I don't know what else to do. We can't win. I think my mistake is like checking this. I mean, not my mistake. It's just like not being consistent enough with finding this barrel. This is just like a fucking mandatory one when they call.
I feel like this is one. I feel like this is one where I just check back and then like bluff the river with it. You know.
Yeah. Like it's easier to find a double barrel when you have one high card flops versus two high card flops, and the second high card comes on the turn, especially if it's higher than the first one, and then it's just really easy to double barrel. But with two, I'm not studied on two high card flops, double barrels with bottom of range.
Yeah, I'll set you how to set this drill up because I've been doing hands the past 2 days in it because I was doing some database work of my own and noticing I was missing a fucking shitload of double barrels. Like my frequency is good, but I'm just not as consistent as I should be. And it's really hard. This is a very hard spot. I know a lot of people are making mistakes.
Yeah, I feel like I've done this exact spot in a live tournament a few months ago. I just checked behind and I bluffed the river and just got called and lost.
And that also had to be
like the guy just had like a 10 or a queen or something.
Yeah, just like easy. And like if you would have just tripled or bombed it,
like I'd come and be like a deuce of diamonds. I just like bet like I don't know, like 70%.
And for me to even considering even opening this on button, I would have to like have like the blinds covered. Like I know everything is 20 big blinds here, but in like reality, it'd be like 20 big blinds versus maybe 13 and 8. And then I would open the jack 6 suited.
This is
if I'm covered or like at risk or something like that, 20 versus 20, like I probably wouldn't even open it.
All right, what are we doing here? You already said you were checking, which is
I would check.
2%. Yeah, so you're gonna play it as a check. Now what?
I bomb it. We block king jack. Oh, all in, bomb it.
Yeah, bomb it. I mean, I would agree with this. If I made the mistake on the turn, I would.
The ace, like,
river.
You know, we can rep ace.
This looks way more believable.
The 6 looks believable.
It's like not, it's not as polar, and it really likes to really call me. Where this looks like, okay, I'm all in. Like it's more bluffy. And
this is one of those hands where you show it at like the card room and then they think you're crazy forever because like
especially Ooh, that's
like this like that's a terrible play. Like it made sense in my head. I promise.
All the time. It's amazing how often I get berated in the chat for things that are like just on charts. You know, it's not.
I mute. I had to mute. I have to mute the chat. People are too rude.
It's hard for me to keep up with chat, but I always go back and read through it once I get a little break. But it's hard for me to keep. I don't know how people find the time. You're not playing enough tables if you got time to chat.
Yeah, I get called bluffing when it's like in the money because everyone plays so nitty, and then like on PokerStars, I just get thrown with like a horseshoe or some shit.
Like chat or mark.
Take care, Bob.
In notes, like I don't see how you would choose chat over noting hands and stuff.
Let's focus on these last few spots. I got to get out of here. It's after 3 p.m. Let's give Jackson the mic, and he's going to send us off to the promised land.
I'm on the left, or you on the left? Okay. Double.
You can do either one.
Okay. The right one, I would just defend. Right one 30, I would just defend that.
Yep.
And on the left, I would. This is a very interesting drill, Sixes. I like this one a lot. I like this drill setup.
I'll show you. I'll show you setup. Yeah, it's fucking.
Damn, he called. I guess we just check. I don't know. I don't know. This is a crazy drill. Like these hands that we're opening button with these boards. Yeah, this is cool. I check. Probably not supposed to, but I mean, I check. That's what I would do.
Yeah, this doesn't help our range. He's called the C-bet. I feel like I checked too, but it's fucking dog shit hand.
Yeah, it's weird.
I don't know what to do. Are we supposed to? I don't know.
If I have a spade, I bet. If I have a spade, I bet.
I don't know what to do here. I think it's one of our worst, so we're probably supposed to, but in game, I feel like I would just be torching it.
You probably noted the hands too to make them all offsuit.
I'm checking. Fuck this. I'm not torching it. Yeah, I mean, it's so bad and it's so mid, you can get away with doing anything. Like, checking is the highest EV, but all these are correct because your hand's so shit that it wouldn't mind bluffing and not capping your range and giving up.
All right.
Well,
I guess we got to barrel something. I would go 3.5 or 1, I think.
the story makes no. You're gonna go one in position. I'm not letting you ever, never in 1 billion years go
No
one in
block
position.
position.
King
and
could be
also
King could be
you-
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you reopen the action to get your ass bluffed to
True,
print
true.
1 BB of EV when you can just get shit on. Nope,
Then we just show down King High then.
nope. It's
no, you bluff it like a man.
You have to
You
get
know
the
what?
ace high to fold.
This is
right?
pretty cool though.
They're all the same EVs.
So look at this. I never do this.
I don't do
It's it.
It's
Yeah,
I mean,
they're all
if I was gonna do it, I would do something like this. I would check and make this mistake in game though.
It's the flush complete.
So bet 1 is the worst option, it seems. Yeah.
Oh, it's a mistake. You never bet 1.
Yeah.
Never.
But you're trying to get ace high to fold with this like bet, right? Like
yeah.
Last hand. Last post flop hand here.
Still me.
Yes, sir.
We bet big. I would bet big on this. I would go either 7 or all in. So 7.5, I guess.
No all ins.
Or
5 is preferred. We don't need to over condense, but 7's also good. Printing a little bit. It's the EV. It's just not a big deal. And he calls and the spades get there. Well,
I think all options are on the table. I think they're all the same EV. I think all of them are the same.
even 10%.
Oh, that's what that says. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's 2.5.
So check or all in then. Actually, 10% is fine too. Why not?
You didn't learn anything. This shit is a gigantic error.
I mean, if he
No,
jams,
sure.
we're calling, right? I mean,
Oh, just rip it. Ooh, that's a scary rip.
Yeah. Rip
Scary
it.
rip.
But yeah, these are not really a thing. It's the lowest EVE. Anytime we find
so
out-
is a 10% out of position?
yeah, you do that shit out. You never
Yeah, you
ever,
block out of
ever,
position. You almost
ever-
never block in position.
You never block to reopen the action when you're in
Interesting. Okay,
position.
that makes sense
You
then.
Most of
Most
the
of the
time,
time, if
reopen
your
the
hand isn't good
action,
enough to
whatever.
bet half pot or so or more, then it's not. Then just check. It's not good.
All right, because I was like, I have a lot of 10%. I'm like, I guess they're only meant for out of position though.
Oh,
Yeah, out of position.
all right.
Happy
Last
to
hand
start.
over here. What are you doing with the Queen 10-0 versus the HJ open?
Is that button? No, we're small blind. Versus hijack 20. Well, the chart says we rip broadways, so I guess we just rip this then.
I don't think we're ripping off suit, but maybe.
No,
Nope.
nothing.
Only
Alright.
suited. Only suited. Only suited.
Let the record show I
Yeah.
fold in real life.
Sure, you're just out here tarnishing your image so you run into us in game. I can
It's
make
lo-
your
it's
range
levels.
wider. You're deep in the game, sir. I see what you're doing. We get sat at the same tables. Now I have to wonder if you're actually jamming Queen 10 off. Well played, Jackson.
Oh, you see me? I would just mid raise it. If anything, I would mid 3-bet it. Like I'm team limp min 3-bet nowadays.
Let me show you how to set this drill up, and then if I can fucking remember how to do it myself.
All right, I'm gonna pull up mine. GTO whatever.
Custom spot.
Yeah, I gotta go to trainer.
Yeah.
But
You
why
gotta
does it
get the
keep
side? You need the side thingy. Yeah. Custom spot. And then
Look.
Heard.
Yeah, you go to a custom spot. Look,
Custom spot.
you
You
go to
set up the spot.
solutions. You can set it up with whatever stack depth you feel like you're weak at. Chip EV 8-handed. I just have 20 here. We did 40 before you were here. Then you can go to the flop. You can set up wherever at the table you want to be. For here, this exercise, we have the button. You can manufacture ourselves having a button open and then just the big blind defend. And then from there, it says any flop. Any flop it has, it'll just give us. I made big blind automatically check and us c-bet, them call, and then any turn.
Okay.
And then them check, it get to us start drill.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I mean, once it gets here, you put check in, but the way you run it, it'll run from here.
Okay.
We just went back to this because this is the spot we're currently working on. But yeah, you wanted to say any to be able to get that work in.
All right. How do I get to like that before that? I see
New
solutions.
drill.
New drill. That's okay. Solutions.
Kick the
first.
little
Right here.
cog, the little gear.
Then you
Okay.
go to game, custom spot.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep.
You
thank
do you
If I have
guys do?
questions,
Go ahead,
I'll
Lewis.
hit you up. If I can't figure it out, I'll hit you up.
I'll be
back.
around.
For sure.
All right.
Do
What's
you
up,
guys
Lewis?
base the study spots based on like what webinars are coming out, or just like
No-
whatever?
No, just
No, this shit I'm working on or things
Yeah.
that I think I have a small list of things in the group that we've worked on, and I don't want to be too redundant, but as I see population tendencies, and I feel when I hear things in this group or leaks from this group, I want to kind of tighten those things up and kind of play it by ear a lot more and go that way. I feel like ICM is some of the most important work we could be doing, and then some of these post flop spots where we're fucking missing barrels, turns, where we're not check raising and calling enough and stuff like that. And then pre-flop when we're not 3-betting enough, or we don't know what to do after we 3-bet. So the list goes on, man. We'll keep working on stuff.
I love some like river play because I feel like it's a street which people just don't go into enough.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get into the turn today, and now we've seen
Just
some
like-
river.
Like sometimes I get so confused, like, oh, should I give up or should I bluff when it's like not a value hand? It's like,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll do more of these turn drills. I know next week, I'm gonna play around, try to find some more worthwhile drills, and then keep working on ICM stuff because I think that's gonna be the biggest takeaways for us. But go ahead, bud.
yeah, because I found it like it's really easy to overbluff the river if you're just like, well, I can't win at showdown, just go all in. But then you're like torching. that's when you're torching the most big blinds, right?
All right,
Yep.
I got the
because
drill.
by
up.
that
Thanks a
time
lot,
you've narrowed
Sixes.
ranges quite a bit usually, right? So a lot
Alright,
of
yeah.
texture goes involved in that.
Right. Did anybody have any final thoughts or any final words before we get out of here for the last session of the year? Or any requests or anything like that? I always take ideas. I know sometimes you guys send me ideas. I've been very busy with family, kids being out of school and all that stuff. So if I've missed getting back to you guys, I genuinely apologize. I've been insanely busy. So
Have you guys built up any collection of multi-way pots and simple three-way?
I wouldn't call it a collection, but I've run a decent amount of them. I ran all the spots for the advanced tournament course.
Okay.
yeah, maybe one day we can look at that. I still want to get DTO and go through all that. It's just I haven't even had a lot of time to study myself outside of these groups and whatnot. But going into 2023, we're going to go hard as hell. I'm gonna make sure to provide even more value to these groups and more effort. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas, they will not fall on deaf ears. So make sure to let me know. I'm completely open. And we still will have a speaker. Maybe the first study group back, we'll try to do something special. I'm trying to get plans for the cash game stuff. So thank you guys for being patient with us. I hope these groups are providing a lot of value and helping you guys with your in-game and stuff like that. So I hope it's really helping you guys. And
It
thank you
does.
guys.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Have a
thank you
happy
guys.
New Year.
Yeah, you too. Good luck, guys. Let us know if you need anything, though. And if you guys are enjoying this, always recruit more people, your poker friends, if you think they could use, if this is valuable. And let Jonathan and those guys you know you enjoy this. It helps us out. So take care, and I will see you guys. We're not gonna be back for the study group this Saturday, but we'll be back. I'll be back on Tuesday for the Cash Game study group.
See you on Tuesday, 6
Thanks, man.
See you guys. Take care. Peace.